Timothy Chalamet, everyone, is an American and French actor. Can he be both? Yes.
Fish ate my feet. You all saw that. I'm sorry.
It's like it's in space.
No.
There he is.
Oh, wow. Would we say, like, hails from Brazil?
Do you like a little bit of hanky-panky? Stick around for the post-show.
It has to be a cop.
It's gotta be cock.
It's gotta be cock.
Can't actually get in trouble for it. I can't get in trouble.
You can't just say I can't get in trouble. Game plan.
Is this...
Welcome to Back Pocket this Thursday, the 6th of July, coming to you live from the Low Key Studios. It's a big show. We got some big personalities. Let's go around the couch and see who's here. First of all, this is all written by ChatGPT. I'm sorry. He's the master of puns and dad jokes. He can make even the grumpiest crowd crack a smile with his hilarious one-liners. It's Peter. Next to Peter, she's the quirky pixel princess of gaming, dances through virtual realms and steals hearts with a wink of her joystick. It's Stephanie Hendrickson.
What am I doing with my joystick?
I don't know. She's the whimsical wizard of wordplay, weaving linguistic spells that leave everyone spellbound and giggling like enchanted unicorns. It's Ruby Innes, and he's the turbocharged tornado of mischief, and he brings a whirlwind of laughter wherever he goes, leaving a trail of goofy grins and hilarious havoc in his wake. It's Josh Swift, and finally me, network error. It shat itself trying to write a fun one-liner about Gus Waddle. So yes.
Nothing funny to write about.
Nothing funny about me. Welcome to the show, everyone. Tonight on the show, everybody talks about their games. Everybody backs it up a little. Everybody 1-2 switches. Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody Wang Chung tonight, I believe, is the rest of those lyrics. I thought someone might jump in on that, but yeah.
I don't know what the reference is.
Everybody have fun tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
Do you know what that means? That's the band.
I thought it was a guy.
I assumed
Me
it was
too.
Backstreet Boys.
No, it's Everybody Wang Chung tonight, and the band is called Wang Chung. Didn't know it. Looked it up. There you go.
So it would be like saying everybody Beatles tonight. And
Everybody
you're the Beatles.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like that.
Can we see those glasses again, please, Josh?
Yeah, what the hell were those? I have to put them back
Hang on,
on.
I have to put them back on because I cannot
Did
see
you
out of them.
throw them away when you were
So
done with them?
these, where are we? So these were given to me by my father
That's
Yeah.
as
so
a present.
funny.
These are, in
Yeah.
fact, the Deal With It meme sunglasses.
Deal with it once. My
hang
favorite
on,
version
hang
of
on.
that
Bring them
meme
down slowly. There it is.
is like there's a fluffy Persian cat that pushes a glass of water off a table, and it's like it's the best version of that ever. So as soon as I saw those glasses, you became a fluffy cat.
They do look. I've seen them superimposed over photos and stuff so much that if you don't move, like, and you just stare, like they look photoshopped on.
They do.
Like,
Yeah.
They're
They're
so.
perfect.
Can you see through them?
Yeah, they're amazing.
Not really.
Okay.
Like,
you pull
everything
them
is
down?
blurry.
Can you
Hey, girly.
pull them down to the bridge of your nose and just look
Yeah,
over the
we
top of
can
them?
Oh, sexy deal with it, librarian Josh.
Yeah, nice.
I'll deal with that later. This shirt is bought by Toxic Chalk and sent into the studio.
It was a last-minute splash of personality from Peter.
Dangerfield. Well, Gus in his original intro, and when we were just doing a dry run earlier, said Peter's wearing grey.
Yeah, I said it endearingly. I was like,
No, not really.
yeah.
Endearingly?
Yeah.
It was definitely an attack.
I had to come up with something fake to say, and I thought I'd say something that I didn't mean.
So
Cruel.
you made a dig.
I made a dig.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at it. I'm not good at banter. I do
Nice
what my
grey T-shirt.
I actually,
Square.
I do that. I do what my mum does, which she doesn't have a filter. I think we've talked about this.
Yeah.
She's like, everyone's playfully being like, oh, a bit of banter, and she's like, oh, I know you big fucko. I'm like, line has been crossed.
How did you know?
I feel like I've done that sometimes in this office where I've like, especially like working with like a lot of dudes. I feel like I'll say something in the tone that I feel like you guys have said, and people will be like, Steph, and I'm like, what?
Everyone's firing off some good little zingers.
That's the way
It's a
everyone
thing
Yeah,
with
you got
me
too
as
graphic.
well. And you know
Do
what
I?
it is?
Yeah.
I think it's just like, dudes are like, oh, bento, ha ha. But the second a girl says something, it's like, why would you be so mean? And like, it's like, why? Why is there a double standard, you know?
It's not a double standard.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, in this office, there's not a double standard.
Oh, yeah.
But there's definitely
All
a
about
difference
equality.
between, because, I mean, we banter all day.
Yeah. But like
and you come
sometimes-
up with some crazy
You
shit.
throw some shade my way that I don't know what to do.
Yeah, but I'm just joking.
Yeah.
My mum also says that when she insults people, she's like, that colour's not very nice on you. I'm just joking. I'm like, that doesn't mean you get to walk back the mean thing you said.
Most of the time it lands, Steph, but it's more that you just like you say the thing like the most graphic version of the thing or something.
Yeah, but like, doesn't it have to be that to be impactful? I think maybe I'm just not owning the delivery.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're funny as hell.
Yeah,
So like,
absolutely.
just own it.
Absolutely.
I will say it's nice to have like I wrote notes.
She's got notes,
things
guys.
I want to
got
bring
notes.
up, and I finished D4, got Jen's killed, Ruby girl chat.
There was something else.
Oh, that's for post show. Pussy in your face.
See?
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I was like,
what's wrong with that?
I was remarking to people earlier in the week that it's nice to have another woman in the office for a multitude of reasons, but in like the lamest, girliest way, it's nice to be able to just have conversations about girl stuff.
Yeah.
And like,
We're talking chick shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Shit.
And
talking chick
it's just
shit.
dumb incidental things that I didn't realize I wasn't saying because it only applied to me because I was the only woman, that I can
Feel
now say
insulted.
out loud that it's nice to just get feedback and
Why?
validation.
I've been here.
Why do
I've
you-
been here the whole time, Steph. I was
You make a face when someone says period.
Yeah.
He's actually uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the light in here.
All right.
Oi.
We'll start talking girl talk to you, and we'll get really graphic and see how you like it.
To be fair, I walked into the office today and it was just you guys and you were mid-conversation and I was like, I didn't want to swan and be like, what are we all talking about? Because I realised probably wasn't relevant to me. So, and not everything has to be relevant to me. Which I'm still learning.
Still realizing.
I have gone quite a colour. It's my tan, beat. It's my tan.
so funny.
Is that everything we've all been doing? We've got quite a lot to get through in the show. So, yeah.
I got Jen's killed.
Right.
I don't know
explain
why
this?
this is an anecdote that I feel is worth telling, but
It was-
just,
no, it's funny.
I guess I just want to know, like, what is the etiquette around, like, supporting people on Twitch when they're playing, like, competitively?
Competitive, yeah.
Because I don't follow a lot of competitive streamers, but Jen's is really good at Siege and has started, like, doing a lot of competitive Siege and stuff. And I'd finish up a stream, so I was like, I'm just going to drop into a few people's streams and just say hi and show some support and stuff. And Jen's was there, and it was like mid-sweaty game.
Yeah.
And she's just like on comms with her team and stuff like that. So I was like, what do I write that's like not going to distract from this or whatever? And I was like, ugh. So I wrote, hi, Jens, don't want to disturb you. 'cause
You,
this
you
looks-
whisper as you say this.
this
but
looks,
it-
yeah, this looks intense, but I just want to say hi, doing a great job. And like, I watched her and she was playing, then I watched her sort of see that there was a message, and then she looked back to the game, and then she looked down again, and then she went, hi, Steph, and then looked up and promptly got a headshot. And her team was up like 2-0, and it was like,
no.
oh man, I was like, ooh.
And the fact that you
And then
prefixed
she,
with...
and then she went back to her team. She was like, sorry, I was distracted. And I was like, oh no, it was me. So I was like, I don't know what to say. No.
It's not your fault.
I don't want to
It's not
not.
your fault. I think it was
support
not your
people.
fault.
It's not your
So
fault.
like, what do you do in those situations?
She
You
knew
just-
the risks when she jumped online
Yeah.
to
It was
play
her
a
fault
competitive
for
game
looking
and stream it.
somewhere
I
else.
should have waited until they were in like
A lobby or like,
yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
It was entirely your fault. And yeah.
Stress.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wouldn't look at
Sorry,
chat
Jens.
if you're in a serious game.
Yeah, but
She's
then-
come and helped.
But that goes against the whole point of streaming. It's like that's really difficult. I don't envy the task. It seems I find it hard enough to look at chat just because I'm bad at multitasking, let alone like serious competitive games.
Yeah.
Stress.
I just always want to answer any question that comes into the chat, and then I get distracted from playing the game. And so I get like maybe 15 minutes into a game.
Yeah.
Let's do
Because
like
I've just
3
been
minutes
like,
of
hey,
you
what up?
answering questions
All
that
right,
pop up in
yeah.
chat.
Post question right now, but you got to be really quick.
Got to come in quick.
Do I got any change? I have 5 cents and a bunch of earrings in my Twilight Edward Velcro wallet. Your hat is like, thank you very much. Is Pluto a planet? No, it is not. What's your third favorite type of hat? I'm gonna go with maybe the one where it's like a mullet. Who is best little boy? That's a really hard question. I know so many little boy who are really. I gotta say, my favorite little boys have to be, Pete and Gus and Josh and Will Ben. They're my best little boys. Favorite swear? Flock. Does Gus smell like poo? No. Your Shanker hat? Your Shanker hat? I hardly know her. Is hot dog a sandwich? No, it's a hot dog. Long or short strap for a handbag? Middle. Is this a question?
Could this go for 3 hours?
What's the last thing you ate? What is the last thing? Enchilada. Pocket blue lips next time? Yeah. How to make the perfect cheese toasty? I don't know. Is this a cry for help? Maybe. Is the dress gold or blue? I'm wearing a shirt. A hot dog is a taco. That's a statement. Blink twice if you need help. Another stank. What's the shank? Are we real?
And that's a good place to leave it.
And
Well, actually, what is the atomic weight of lead?
So many.
So many.
So many.
It is a lot.
We should draw attention. Well, not that it needs more drawing, but the hat. It's a wonderful addition to your look.
Thank you.
And as you said earlier, you said, please feel it. And may I?
Yeah.
And you were like, And I was like, going to compliment it. And you were like, synthetic. I'm like, polyester.
And I said 100% polyester.
I did not even clock the hat when I came in. It was like,
Wow.
Yeah,
you
no,
work
it's
on
just
another
like,
level,
Nobody
Steph.
said anything about the hat until Gus.
But it was like, I feel like in the short time that we have been working together, I know you so completely now that it's like the hat didn't seem odd to me. It was like, I just immediately accepted it as part of you.
Yeah. Well, I like to think that when I put things on, it's not like a statement. It's just kind of a part of me.
It wasn't even until actually I posted a photo on my Instagram and my friend Sophie sent me a picture, a response being like, look at that hat. And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's pretty. It sticks out.
Yeah.
I think
It's
I came
a lot.
in
I love it.
How was Russia?
Yeah, but I
got
guess
it.
she owns it so much that it's not like
Totally.
Gus walks in wearing a hat and I'm like,
Hat
Gus is wearing a
Gus.
hat.
Had Gus again.
Oh, classic hat Gus.
Here he comes again.
Classic Gus wearing a hat this time. Well, that's the thing.
I didn't
went.
skin a synthetic polar bear just to have my fashion.
Synthetic polar
Well,
bear.
it looks like one of the like Coca-Cola polar bear statues or something that someone's
yeah.
like skinned and made into a
Well,
hat.
I went. I was in Melbourne. I'll talk about that soon. But I was in Melbourne and I was spending time with the Thumb Cramps boys. Shouts out to Jackson, to Jackson and Joel, my sweet boys. I love them. They're also my best little boys. But there was a hat stall, and I saw a few hats. I saw a froggy hat, and I bought that.
Nice.
And then I saw this hat, and I put it on. And I was like, haha, wow. And the lady comes up to me and she's like, it's $30. And I was like, well, you've talked to me.
That's basically
so
free.
I think I have to buy
Was
it.
that as in it was really cheap or expensive? She's like, it's $30. And you're like, that could be anywhere on the scale.
She just kind of said,
Is this the same woman
it's
that
a
sold you the
price?
frog hat?
Yes. She just
Okay.
kind of said the price. And I was like, well, you've noticed me with the hat on. And you've talked to me and told me how much it is. And if I don't buy it, it's going to weigh on my
Can I make a
conscience.
recommendation?
Yes.
Never test drive any car.
I
I was
can't
going to say,
drive.
does anyone ever put a hat on?
So I probably shouldn't test
Does anyone
drive a
ever
car.
put a hat on in a hat store and the owner says that doesn't suit you? Like, that's clearly their goal is to tell
I
every
put on-
person.
I
Chuck
put
it on.
on-
Oh,
Yes.
ugly.
Absolutely. I put on a leather jacket in a store once, and the guy was like, it's boxy. And then showed me some ones that were a better cut.
No,
For me.
I have to say he was like super camp,
Yeah.
very clued into fashion. So he came up and he was like, the jacket that you have on is like a good option, but it does make you look a little bit boxy. Can I recommend this one? And I was just like, he's doing you a solid because he's giving you his honest opinion, which is what salespeople don't usually do.
He upsold you.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah, he was honest.
And that wasn't
No, it was
and
sold.
it wasn't a reflection on you. It was a reflection on the jacket.
And you know what? Real recognizes real. And he was being real with you because he knew that you were real.
Little did he know I was to become the box boy.
That's true. And the one time I wore a leather jacket in a store, I didn't realize it was tethered to the wall. Yep.
I always panic when they're like, "What are you up to? Just out shopping today? What are you up to today? Off from work?" I'm like, well,
You don't know my
Funny
life.
story.
Yeah.
I don't really work
But I
in the
hate
way
that
traditional
question.
people do.
I'm not
And then I'm
tell
also
you.
like, you don't care, you know? Like, I hate
Yeah.
that question.
How's
I'm
your day
just
been?
like,
Bad.
I'm like, if I need your help, I will ask you. Say hi and stuff, if you need any help, let me know. I'm
I
like,
feel
that's
bad
great. I love that.
if I jump in early with the
But
just
if it-
browsing and they didn't ask. They're like, hi, I'm like just browsing. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. They're like, they didn't ask me. I was just rudely cutting them off from any future
When-
conversation.
If they start asking me questions about my life, I find that really intense in that interaction from a stranger.
So why are you looking for pants today? I need fucking pants. I need
Yeah.
pants.
When I was
Society says you need pants.
when I was working at EB Games,
Is this a lie?
no, I'm just like,
Feels like a lie.
maybe I should have just not said the name, but it's fine. I can't get in trouble. So when I was working at EB Games, they told me like anytime I went to talk to somebody, if they were like, yeah, just looking, thanks, I could leave, but like it couldn't be too long before I went back and tried to start conversation.
Oh, there's a time when
And
there's
it
a
sucked
time frame.
because
Interesting.
I just wanted to leave people alone.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to leave people
Yeah,
alone.
particularly people going to NDB.
Yeah.
Like that's a hive of introverts.
No one wants to come back and
Yeah.
say, still looking
I get like
at the Funko
like
Pops.
lost
Yeah.
like parents who are looking for something for their kids and have no idea what to
totally.
get them. Like I
Yeah.
get
Oh, if
that.
they come up to me, they're like, help me.
Yeah.
I'll go,
But
okay.
if
Yeah.
they're kids hanging around there swapping stickers, sales
Yeah.
stickers on box copies, you get them out of there.
I just
Delinquent.
don't
Get 'em
want
out
to
of
be
there.
the one to like, yeah. I don't want to be in any
And you don't have to be anymore.
Thank you.
That's okay. You're an adult. It's okay.
Thank you. You guys saved my life.
Hey, we're keeping someone waiting. We should crack on with the show.
How exciting.
With a little bit of backup.
Or is it gonna be the bus one? Or
It's
is it
just this bus.
Boo.
Wait, I thought that this was a
three.
permanent change.
I was busy. Maybe. If I have
Now,
a quiet,
so for a
if I have
little
a
bit
quiet
of
week.
backup, not too much backup, just a little bit. And this week, as always, it's brought to us by EvilSpyBoy. Check chat for !EvilSpyBoy. And why not be just like EvilSpyBoy and bring some generosity of your own to Food Bank Australia? You can donate at foodbank.org.au and help out just like EvilSpyBoy. And happy NAIDOC week, baby.
Hey.
Happy NAIDOC week, a beautiful week where we celebrate our gorgeous First Nations people of Australia. You know, what a time.
What a time.
What a time. And this week has been a really cool bit of news because Xbox ANZ joined forces with a beautiful friend of the show and Indigenous artist Ruby Red to design a custom Xbox Series S. Looks awesome, and the console's currently being showcased at the Microsoft Experience Centre in Westfield, Sydney, and it's going to be auctioned off through Ruby's socials. And the money is going to go towards ID Know Yourself, which is a non-profit that goes towards mentoring young First Nations people.
Yeah, great.
Nice.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. And we have the very good fortune of having Ruby on the line today.
there we
so
go.
we can have a chat to her about it.
Right now.
Let's touch a Ruby.
Hey!
Hello.
Hello, name twin.
Hey, congrats.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for coming. How you feeling?
Feeling good. Yeah, feeling great. I'm a bit tired, but that's just my usual life. I'm always bloody tired, so
Very
You-
good.
I feel like I've been seeing you everywhere. Your
flat
art's
out.
been on like trams, consoles, my walls.
yeah.
Amazing. So, how did designing your very own custom Xbox console come about?
Well, probably towards like the start of the year, I kind of put out a tweet just to the universe, and I was just like, "Oh yeah." I added at Xbox ANZ, and I was like, "Oh, do you guys want to work together on like a thing for NAIDOC? Like, I have an idea." And and then I got an email back, and we started the ball rolling with this little project of ours. But yeah, it was an idea that I was sitting on for like maybe a couple of months now. And after my first collaboration with Xbox, I had the idea, and I was like, I really want to do this with Xbox because I felt like Xbox was a really great kind of community-based like organization brand to be working with. And just seeing how they engage with the gaming community and stuff here in Australia was like a no-brainer. I was like, I can't really do this with anyone else. Like I was like, I'm dead set. I was like, I need to do this with Xbox.
'Cause you created a version of their logo once before. Is that was the first project you worked on with them?
Yeah, so I did that. It was for like celebrating Indigenous people all around the world. So not just here in Australia, but like everywhere. And yeah, they approached me to do some artwork to create for their sphere. And yeah, I did that, and it was a really exciting project. All my friends and family were like freaking out for me, and I'm there like, this is great.
That's so
So
exciting.
yeah.
Well, it's a very cool thing you put together. But again, as an artist, do you look at something like an Xbox, or I'm just going to make a statement about consoles in general? They're getting a bit boring looking. Like, as just a basic box, were you just like, well, this is easy. This is a no-brainer. I can apply my art style to this and just make it look so much better.
Yeah, definitely. It just depends on the console, I guess. My when I was doing the design, my issue with the console was the big ass speaker. Yeah. I was struggling. I was like, how am I gonna what am I gonna do with this? And then I managed to work my way around it. But that was my biggest struggle, because I was like, I have this big ass circle, the speaker. Like, what? So it turned out okay, and it turned out all right. People love it. So, and yeah, as I was going through the designing it, I was like, I didn't like it at first, but that's just me. I don't really like majority of my work sometimes, and that's just because I'm my own worst critic. But as I was going through, I was like, oh, I don't know about this, and I was stressing and everything. And then when I finished it, I was like, oh yeah, nah, I've done a deadly job. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
People are sharing the art in the chat, and we'll try and get it up on the screen if we can.
Oh, bless.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about like when you were given this like blank canvas basically to work with? Where does the inspiration come from, or where do you start? Obviously, you had the challenge of the speaker in the middle.
Did they give you just free reign, or were there like a color scheme that you had to work within?
No, they literally just gave me free reign.
Sick.
They were just like, here. And I was like, great. But like, I wanted it to reflect this year's theme for NAIDOC, which is for our elders. And I wanted to pay homage to the elders within my community who have basically raised me. I don't live with my family. I don't live on country. So I live here in like Naarm, which is also known as Melbourne. But I'm originally my family, and I'm from Queensland, right up in the Cape York Peninsula. So that's where I'm from and where my family is based. But I grew up here in Naarm. And I wanted to really pay respects to the Victorian Aboriginal community down here who basically raised me into the person that I am today. I really think that without them, I wouldn't really be as connected to my culture as I am today. And I really wanted to just pay my respects to my elders, because our elders are knowledge holders. They hold so much knowledge and history about who we are as Aboriginal people, and so much about our own family, our own culture, and stuff like that. And it's very important that we try and preserve that knowledge, whether it be, through storytelling, through spoken words, or through art and stuff, just to preserve it. Because, our elders, they're getting older, and we've had so much sorry business. We lost last year Uncle Jackie Charles and Uncle Archie Roach, who were very big, important figures in my life, and as well as the community all around Australia. So to lose them was like a very big hit to a lot of us. And I just wanted to pay my respects to my elders and stuff as well.
Definitely. And of course, it's an amazing way to be able to put that art and put that messaging out onto something. While it is, gaming focused, it's something that gets a lot of eyes across it. And as Steph mentioned, being able to do the collaboration with the Tram in Melbourne design as well. Is this something you really enjoy doing, being able to take your art, and obviously you do your own art for yourself, and being able to put it in places that gets more eyeballs across it maybe than traditional art does?
Yeah, I think definitely these are just some exciting ways to, get my work out. And I'm very honored and very privileged to have been, given these opportunities and stuff. And it's definitely different ways to do it. Like the Tram there it is. The Tram is like a big thing. I thought my biggest thing was being featured in Vogue, but no, the tram is the next thing.
Amazing.
And stuff. And my friends, two of my friends from high school, they were my biggest hype men with this, and I was sending them photos, and they were like, every time you send a message to the group chat, I have to dive for my phone and stuff. And, yeah, I think it's a great way. It's also like the thing about it is like it's also accessible for everybody. Because sometimes people might not have the accessibility to be going to galleries and stuff like that. So to have like a moving gallery with public, like that's also a good way to get art out there. But also it's a good way to actually spark conversations around, First Nations people, issues that might be affecting our community and stuff like that, or just with like the ongoing discrimination and racism against like First Nations people. It's just good conversation starters, and I would really hope that people are having those conversations. Yeah, positive or negative. I'm just hoping you're having conversations when you're looking at my work, because essentially I want to make change.
It is a beautiful way to get the message out there. As you were saying, it's a beautiful way to get the message out there, and not to put pressure on you to like, we're not finding solutions this week, but we're working towards that stuff. It's like, what other ways can we be having conversations or kind of initiating conversations that are going to be helpful?
I think just being open-minded. I think just having conversations with First Nations people, whether that be online and stuff. We're not all going to agree on the same thing. We're not all going to agree, but what we can do is that we can learn from each other. And that's what I've learned growing up, because I've had conversations with people who might not necessarily agree with me on things, but I've, kind of allowed for us to have those conversations and kind of understand where they're coming from as well, instead of just being like, oh, you're a racist, or you're just nasty to me, you're bully, We're trying to be like open-minded in those things, because I think it's important that we do have conversations, but we're not kind of defensive or just kind of like standoffish and get like real angry with each other, because we can learn from each other, but it just depends, I guess, on the people that want to be able to want to be educated and stuff like that. So
totally.
I just think
Totally. We've got your strap down there as artists, but obviously you stream as well, and as a way to sort of have a dialogue with people in the gaming space as well. How have you found that in terms of just being the ability to have sort of more of a vocalization with the community?
It's been an amazing journey actually. To be able to I only started streaming so I could just record my reactions to
I've seen you dominating at Apex. You're amazing.
I'm okay, but it's been a great journey, and I've actually met so many other First Nations streamers as well, and content creators and stuff, and a couple of us have actually come together to start our own little group called Blackout GG, and it's just all five of us, and we're just gonna just planning to create safe spaces for First Nations people within the gaming and streaming community and stuff like that, because when I started I didn't know anybody, and so I didn't even know that there were people out there like me that were doing the same thing. And I only had my mate who I've known since we were kids, and we found a whole community of people. So it's been a really great journey. Everyone's been really lovely, and just everyone's been really open, and I've really found that really really beautiful, and I'm really grateful for everyone who's kind of supported me when it comes to the things that I'm passionate about when it concerns my mob, and I think that just makes me feel so good about myself and feel good about the community and stuff, because I'm a bit guarded when it comes to certain meeting new people and stuff. I get a bit anxious, and I'd much prefer to be around mob, unfortunately, in terms of I get really cool. But being within the gaming streaming community, I've met so many beautiful people, so many people that I call my friends now, and yeah, we just want to keep creating spaces for First Nations people and for the younger generations and stuff. And yeah.
Well, good on you for putting yourself out there too and reaching out to Xbox the way you did, because so many people will see that, and a lot of people who maybe have felt the same way as you will be able to see the stuff that you're doing and maybe go on to be just as awesome as you are.
And the console is getting auctioned off. Do you have details on when that's going out? And
That'll be coming soon. This week has been pretty hectic because it's NAIDOC week, clearly, and I've had so much like events on, and we have a ball this Saturday, so I'm like trying to get ready for all of that. But probably over the next week we'll find out more information and stuff. So
Yeah, great.
Awesome.
Yes.
And last but certainly not least, where can we find you? How can we support your art? How can we support you? Plug yourself.
So you guys can find me on probably almost every social media account there is. You can find me mainly. You can find me mainly. But that was not even in English. Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, and it's just Life of Ruby. But instead of a Y for Ruby, it's 2 I's because I'm extra like that. I'm also on Facebook as well, where I post a lot of my artwork, and that's where you'll mainly find me.
Awesome. And if you're in chat, Liz Dahlia's put Linktree /Life of Ruby there as well, so you can access all that stuff.
Awesome. And thank you so much for making the time today. As someone who said, you were like, I don't like, it's like, you jumped straight away at the chance, like, could we have a chat? And you're like, yep, I'm there. And it was like straight away. So thank you so much for making the time. Really,
You're
you're busy.
awesome. Yeah, thank you so
Thank you
much.
for having me.
Thanks, Ruby.
Thanks, Ruby.
All right.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
artist Ruby Rhett. God, she rocks.
She's so
So cool.
Yeah.
Please,
tram.
take a couple of minutes, open up all, particularly Ruby's Instagram in another tab right now, and just scroll through that art because
Yeah, it's amazing.
she's incredible.
She sells prints as well, and I'm desperate for her to do some like art tutorial streams because she's just got a really great process, and she's actually really good. I had a bit of a chat to her at an event a while back, and she's got a really great process of explaining, I guess, her process, which is, I find, something that I would love to be able to get more of, is an insight into the process for beginners or people who are interested in digital art, and she's awesome.
And also just like a lot of artists who do stream are sort of talking while they're putting something together, whether or not it's just talking for the sake of it, but also like talking through a process where particularly that sort of indigenous art has like a narrative behind a lot of the aspects of it. There's something to explain and to that you might not see on first glance. So it's like really
Storytelling's
Exactly.
so important in
So,
Aboriginal communities.
Ruby's just knocking it out of the park in general.
Yeah.
On it.
I saw she tweeted the other day something about like just she's working so hard, she's just exhausting herself. So to be able to like spend some time and come on the show for us is so sweet.
We
So,
really appreciate it.
the best.
And as another little bonus, you may or may not have seen online me complaining, probably, but I don't like flying. I had my flight cancelled. What's the deal with airplane food? Anyway, but I went to Melbourne. Sorry.
It's a long way of saying I went to Melbourne.
I went to Melbourne for it. I went to Melbourne for a day because I got the opportunity. I was invited by the ever so lovely folks over at Guck to be a part of their playtest for their upcoming title, Future Folklore. It's an in-development title from Guck. It's the first mobile game to be developed by an Aboriginal-led team. And last night at Acme, I got to give it a little go. And I can't say too much about it because it's still in very early days. But I really enjoyed what I tried of it. The early version of the game, which, is subject to change, but what I played of it, invites players to restore the bush and care for country through a uniquely Indigenous lens, tasking players with playing native animal-themed mini-games to get seeds and using those seeds to fill the area with all sorts of native plants, trees, and flowers and bring the land back to life.
The art is incredible.
The art is beautiful. And what was really beautiful about the art within the game, and I had Ben come with me, and it was such a nice experience to be playing side by side, and like each of us would just go, oh my gosh, because it was just beautiful. And one of the Phoebe Watson, one of the developers, told me that every single plant and tree and flower and animal was designed by a different person working on the game. So
Amazing.
Each little bit of art had its own special, unique touch, and she also explained that it added an extra layer of connection to culture, connection to the land that First Nations people have.
Yeah, wonderful.
And yeah, I can't say a lot, but I will say that it's a hugely collaborative project with I I think 12 of the 17 developers working on it being First Nations people.
Amazing.
And I talked a bit to Elijah McDonald and Phoebe Watson, and it very much sounds like quite the special labor of love made by a very, very supportive team. So I personally cannot wait. Future Folklore, it's still early days for this one, but very beautiful, very relaxing, lovely.
And a working title as well. So
Working title. So it might not be called Future Folklore in the future, but it might also be Future Folklore.
following Guck is probably the best place to
Absolutely. Follow Guck on
Yep.
their social media platforms. It once again still very early days, and they're they don't believe in crunching and pushing to a deadline. They're very much working
Especially
together.
when you're making a relaxing game.
Absolutely.
It's like, how do you
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
people like more flowers, more trees, faster?
And they're building such a supportive and nurturing environment for a lot of budding First Nations game developers, making them feel supported, in an industry that they're often ignored. So I think it's such an awesome thing that Guck's doing. I'm super excited for Future Folklore, and what I played of it was a real treat.
We had Phoebe on the show as well, and I remember she said she was working on something that she couldn't talk about, and to have had a little sneak peek at it.
And we can talk a little bit about it.
And now we have someone here to tell us that they can't talk that much about
No, I
it.
talk about it.
Yeah,
But I talked a little
more
bit
than
about
nothing.
it.
but every,
like more than
every little
nothing.
slice is a nice taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
stunning.
that was our little NAIDOC week special. And if you'd like to do your part, you can also you can look at the NAIDOC week website as well. You can
resources
check out
there.
Pay the Rent, the Aboriginal Legal Service, and do your part as
You
well.
could buy a console in auction.
Yeah, you could put a bid down.
Just get
Put
in
a
there and just
massive
rev
bid
up
down.
Just get in, put a real bid in, but just
Yeah.
get the bidding wall going.
Absolutely, yeah. Start small
not
and
small.
stay within your
And then
in
move
your
up.
safe
Set a
zone. But
deadline? Wait, this is a different discussion. Set yourself a deadline, don't go over it. No, go over it. Seriously.
Go over it.
Cool.
Go Lux. And now I think it's about time we jump into what we've been playing this week.
Wow.
welcome back to the show. It's what we've been playing, and it's brought to us by BuriBuri.
Oh, got a little funky there.
It's brought to us by
Oh, hang
Buri.
on. Can we do that again? Hang on, Peter. Can you announce BuriBuri one more time?
Yep. It's BuriBuri.
Oh, that was a slight delay, but it was
kinda
good.
cool.
Slight
It was
delay.
good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get ready by the end of the show.
And because BuriBuri sponsors this show, I think, and this segment, thank you so much, BuriBuri. We're going to read you an odd legal fact, and it's going to be odd. I'll tell you that much. Because in Indiana, it's against the law to dress Barbie, topical, in Ken's clothes.
Oh,
Still,
Oh, brother.
this, is the question
brother.
this is the question I have every single time. Who's policing that?
yeah. And wait, no.
We're turning up to people's houses, kicking some kid's bedroom door down, being like, "Wait a
Stacey
minute."
got swatted because she's like, no, I just wanted him to wear board shorts.
See, I like to be as like I'm gonna go positive and hope that it's like Ken can't wear like Barbie can't wear Ken's clothes, but Ken can wear Barbie's
Ken
clothes.
can wear Barbie clothes. I mean, it should be both, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're being a little bit laissez-faire with the fact that they're Ken's clothes. Has Barbie asked permission? You're effectively aiding and abetting a criminal, Barbie, stealing Ken's clothes.
This will not hold up in
Placing
Mattel
Ken's clothes
court.
on Barbie.
But it's so crazy because like Barbie's worn like clothes that could be considered like somewhat androgynous or gender neutral. So like it's so weird to be like, but Ken's clothes, like how can you tell? Oh, the cut of Barbie's jib, like
Yeah.
Doesn't he
I
just
mean,
wear
I
like
like-
open shirts at the beach? Like that's kind of it.
Maybe that's why, because he exposes his chest.
That's true. He's not wearing much most of the time.
yeah.
I went to my whole high school. I wasn't allowed to wear pants as part of the uniform.
Were you wearing anything?
Like I just find that crazy. Like
You're lucky you're a husband.
in this day and age, like it was like I could not wear pants. Like the only option was skirt and and stockings.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Like the most impractical item of clothing. It was infuriating.
I like to think that someone took Ken's clothes and jazzed them up a bit, like cut-offs and like made them, like
Yeah.
reinvented them for Barbie. Like I think that's where we need to like.
Or reinvented them for Ken. Like
Ooh,
just made
makeover.
Ken a bit. I think I've always believed that Ken should be a bit more slutty.
I'm so keen for the fucking
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're all
I'm
thinking
so
about it
excited
while
for
we have
that
There's
this
better to be a
conversation.
slut Ken.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
slutty Ken.
I They show too much of stuff these days.
do.
I've tried to avoid stuff. Like
Much like Ken.
I didn't watch the second trailer. I haven't watched the Architectural Digest thing. Like I just want to experience it and
I'm
not
with you.
know
Does she
everything
live
that
in
happens.
does she live in the house? How do they get out of the real world? Does the bomb actually ignite the atmosphere? I might be mixing up films that are coming out on the same day.
Sure.
Josh got it.
Sure.
I saw someone. I
Yeah.
saw someone being like, can't you see that this is just like basically a big ad? And like, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut
I
the
agree.
hell up.
Do you say the
Like,
same thing about Transformers?
Yeah, shut the
Same
hell
fucking-
up.
Same fucking shit.
So like, sorry about it. Shut the hell up. Like,
$30.
I get it. But at the end of the day, like, there are worse things to worry about. Shut the hell up.
Yeah,
Sorry about
totally.
it.
Yeah.
We've been playing.
Who cares? What I've been playing? Whoa. I've been freaking playing. Well, I played because I was done. I did it and then it was done. And that was the Pikmin 4 demo.
Nice.
While we were. Pikmin 4 is...
What is that?
that's a dog.
Is it?
But it's like a fucked up dog.
Well, you made a point about this. You have an affinity for the previous dog that's in the series. Who's
I like
Ochi.
Ochi. So picture this. You are Olimar. And Olimar's that freaking guy on the big monstrosity. And so this is how you start the demo. You start the demo in Olimar's shoes. And you are joined by this horrible creature. Terrible creature that's a dog, apparently. And this is basically like a tutorial area that gets you comfortable with the new controls and with the new vibe of the game. And it's very nice, very cool.
What's the new vibe?
Looks good.
The new vibe. So this is literally just showing what to do.
As someone who has like so little interest in Pikmin, like I could not be less interested in this game. What's the vibe?
The vibe is you are a little guy controlling even littler guys, but you're also rescuing little guys who have crash landed on planets.
Who are like Olimar.
Who are like Olimar and like you. And you have to rescue those guys by by controlling the littler guys.
Well, can I ask, because fourth in the series,
And the dog.
I don't want to cut you off too soon, but like the premise of Pikmin was always like, you're these little people who crash on a planet, and it turns out that planet is Earth, pretty obviously, because you usually land in the garden.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
this
and
like...
there's a Pepsi can. in the
Exactly,
corner,
and
yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're in a real human world, but you're little people, little creatures with little Pikmin. How do they get away with a fourth version of like, we've crashed on another planet again as Olimar? Is he just a shit pilot? Like, what's...
So what the deal is you don't actually play Olimar in this game. You only play him at the start to get an idea of the controls. For the rest of the game, you actually play a character that you create.
Cool.
I thought you were going to say
Which
the
is
dog.
great. This is the
And
first
I was
time
like,
the Pikmin's
whoa,
had-
dog front
You're
and center.
the dog. And you can press a button to fart, and you can also talk. Basically, it's Dog's Life. Great game. But no, so, okay, in the first game, you were Olimar. You crash landed your ship on this mysterious planet. Oh my God, I was wrong. It was Earth all along. Yep, is that anything? So basically, you crash landed on the planet. Your ship gets all fucked up, and you have to go around finding parts of your ship. That's the first game. In the second game, I forgot. In the third game, you are 3 different guys who know of Olimar and Louis. Louis in the second game.
That's the one I played the most of.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Olimar and Louis are buddies in the second game, and that's where you can play 2-player.
Yep.
And I forgot what you do in that one.
The same thing, they're rebuilding the ship, but as they're doing it, they're getting notes from Olimar's first journey
Yes.
on Earth.
This
Does that
thing is
make
very
sense?
penisy.
And then
Yeah, it is.
very.
I'm getting like No Man's Sky penis monster vibes.
It's very.
from these.
What's the top again? Not shaft. It's
Tip?
the
Head.
tip, just the
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah, very penis head brain vibe.
Yeah.
What if your brain was at the top of your dick? Whoa. Anyway.
Some say... Anyway.
So basically, Pikmin 3 is the one where, you're 3 guys and you're trying to find Olimar and Louis, but you're also collecting as much food as you can. So you get like little fruits and vegetables and you find them and they get turned into juice and then you drink the juice, but you also have to keep a stock load of the juice so you can take it back to home.
Yep.
And in this one, you are a rescue team and you make your own character and you have a team of the rescue corps. And basically, here they are here. Ochi's right there. That's a little doggy.
Yeah.
And what you have to do is actually quite a few things because you're going around finding sparklies that power your ship, but they're also cool little items like a Game Boy. And then you're also finding lost.
Sorry, the rescue officers, they crash.
Yep.
Fuck these.
But not only did the rescue officers crash, so many other explorers crashed as well. And the whole point of the game is for you to go and find all those explorers that got lost, but also find a whole bunch of cool items to power your ship.
And the explorers, are they the Pikmin?
No.
They're the
little guys.
pigmen.
No, Pikmin are the little
little- the little sprouts.
things that
And
you use.
are they creatures of Earth?
They're from I don't know if these ones, because I feel like there was a different planet as well. I know that Olimar and Louis are from Hocotate, and I'm pretty sure these guys are from Hocotate as well, but I'm not 100% sure. But see, you make your own little guy. What I loved most is you could choose the color of your spacesuit, and that color of the spacesuit is also becomes the same color that your team wears, and then is also the same color as the decals on your spaceship.
Nice.
So like I went with pink, and everything was pink, and it was freaking cute to me. But yeah, the vibe, it's very Pikmin. It looks beautiful. In my personal opinion, the Pikmin games have always looked very beautiful. Like the actual like world itself, they've always gone for like
The diorama of
semi-realism.
kind of, and being in like a miniature version of anything, Tinykin, all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
like it's always just fucking charming being in like.
Is it like-
Absolutely. Being a little guy in a big world?
Yeah.
What
And
a
is it
vibe.
like just the puzzle of trying to get all of your little Pikmin through the
There's
environment?
a core principle
Yeah.
in Pikmin, which is you are adding to your army of Pikmin, which are different colors and they do different things. So red will move something.
Red's
yeah,
really strong. They're good at
That's
fighting. They're
right.
also
Yeah,
fireproof.
yeah.
Like-
Blue can go underwater. They're also very good at something else.
Yellow or electric. And
Yellow
can
or
make
electric.
a current.
And they can also jump really high.
Yeah.
You kind of like lose them along the way as
You are
part of the
gathering
process.
them and then you are
Spending
keeping them,
them on
and you're
puzzles.
spending them to do
Yeah,
things.
'cause
But
they're
they will
expendable,
come. They will come
really.
back.
And you
but
can just
unless-
grow more.
Yeah.
This is like with
just grow more.
the colors and
grow more.
everything. It's like a weird alien dictatorship where
Yeah.
you have these expendable little guys who just are there to do your bidding
But
because
they're
you are
so
so
happy to help.
incompetent.
Game Boy.
You
They
can't-
love
God,
you.
it's a Game Boy Advance.
They love you. They're so happy to help you because they're like, what else are they going to do with their day?
Yeah, sure.
It's such an
do
interesting. It's such an interesting. Like when you compare this to Tinykin, which is obviously modeled itself off Pikmin,
Oh, you're big time.
but it has like a little bit more of a rareware design philosophy of going, this is a world and there are things thematic to this world and it's about 100%ing this area.
Yeah.
Pikmin is still, it only is referencing itself. It's such an absurd concept.
yeah.
There's no reason for anything really.
And they
People are like, oh, it's like Lemmings. It's not.
No.
People are like, oh, it's like this game. It's not. Pikmin created its own genre.
yeah.
And it's why the
of
first
little
one,
guy games.
And the first one is like deserves to be commended for. It came up with a premise. It was Shiggy, I think, came up with it along with the Nintendo team of like, here's a puzzler. It's going to be controlling little groups. They do certain things. The first one is perfect. The iterations of it have been good, but my concern with this, I'm going to play the demo, and this rolls into the main game
Yeah.
as well
So
when it does
your
release,
save rolls over,
which I love.
And I think you also get a little treat if you play Pikmin Bloom.
Nice.
You get a little treat.
My worry here is that they have to keep growing. They have to keep adding things to the formula, and the formula in its purest form is so good. Like it's a simple little puzzler. My worry is that with each iteration, they've had to sort of just add so many more collectibles, and in this case, other rescuers, other bits and pieces.
But is that
Die
stuff
Hard-
optional?
I will say though, I'm not sure.
really.
but
It's
you've
not
got
really because
different
it's the only thing to
missions.
do in the game, right? It's like that's the
Yeah.
point of the game is to go and collect the Game Boy Advance SP.
Yeah,
And
it's-
it's like, why?
It's not.
doesn't
the
matter
thing
why.
is, it's not like even though it's got extra things, like it's not. At least from my experience of the demo, it didn't feel overbearing. It
Okay,
didn't feel like there was
that
too
was my
much shit to
concern,
do.
'cause-
And there's extra shit you can do, but it doesn't seem like you need to do all of it unless you're like 100%er. Like there's lots of going down into tunnels, which is really cool. A lot of underground levels, and then you can also go exploring at night if you want to. I feel like they're just trying to get as much out of the concept as they possibly can, rather than like adding as much as they can.
Yeah, okay.
Trying to get as much out of it as they can.
That's a nice way of
and
putting it.
It's I'm very excited for it. I was also I was a huge Tinykin fan. It was one of my favorite games of last year. I loved it so much. And like, I loved it for its Pikmin reason. I also loved it because it reminded me a lot in both writing and visual design of Paper Mario. And I loved that. This just looks beautiful. And the demo was so much fun. I loved working with Ochi. When you start the game, he's a little puppy, and then he becomes a freaking big guy, and he's still so cute. It was so fun, very engaging, so many little things to do.
I guess that's it. If it is still fun, like, and as I was
fun.
saying, my concern is that it's feature rich now to the point that it takes away from what it was as a simple game.
The
But if
pure
that's-
experience.
Well, yeah, but if it doesn't feel overbearing, like you said, then I'm adequately
It's
excited to.
fun. And the thing is, Miyamoto loves the Pikmin franchise.
Oh, yeah.
That man loves Pikmin. If there are a million Pikmin fans, Miyamoto is one of them. If there is one Pikmin fan, it is Miyamoto. If there are 0 Pikmin fans, Miyamoto is dead.
Anything-
Rest in peace.
He loves it.
Anything for him to stand and do promo work of like, ooh, look, and do the little hand thing where like, there's a little Pikmin here on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll do that in post.
So the demo is out on Switch now.
Yeah.
And it's playable all the way up until the game comes out 27th or whatever.
Yeah,
Is it
pretty
27th of
certain.
July? 24th or 27th of July?
It'd
be 27th, but 20 Oh,
I'm pretty
okay,
sure.
yeah. Yeah,
I'm
cool.
pretty sure
Pretty
it's the
soon.
21st. But super fun. If you are if you want to give it a try, or you were already planning to play it, get the demo. Just because you can fold it over to your
We've
full
talked about
save.
that in the
Making
past.
progress.
Like, that needs to be the case. Nintendo would lead the charge on that, but it's like
Yeah.
so good when that rolls over into the main game because it's the perfect way to actually then like
Yeah, all
want to
their
play when
first
it
party
comes
stuff
out.
does that. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Gus, what have you been playing?
I donned the old PSVR. I say old; it's 6 months old. The PSVR 2 to jump into Synapse, which is an exclusive for the Sony PlayStation VR 2 that is made by the team who were behind Covert Ops, the canoeing special agent game.
Yeah.
And this is has had a little bit of hype in the lead up because it is by a team who are really, really good at VR games. That's all they do. And this is their original game and an exclusive, which honestly, the PSVR 2 hasn't really had that many of in its lifespan, which again, 6 months isn't long, but it should have. I think a lot of people who got the tech early were hoping for a few more games to try out that weren't just ports of Super Hot and
being
Beat
said,
Saber.
That's been true with this.
PS5 doesn't have a lot
I was about to say,
I was gonna
this
say,
whole
no.
console generation has kind of been like that. It's just that, like, I think there's a bit of a hangover from COVID where things took a bit longer to get made, and they were just trying to focusing on getting the console
Totally,
out.
potentially. And what these guys have made here is essentially it's an arena shooter. It is it's a run mode like a roguelike that is dressed up as this super slick first-person shooter where you play a secret agent or special agent who is sent into this mansion villa on the coast. It's all quite surreal because you're in there to infiltrate the mind of a military colonel who's in there in a coma in a big machine, and your goal is to infiltrate his mind, much like Inception or something. And in these little arenas of his mind, you have these little shootout sessions where you're extracting information. It's a loose story attempt to basically justify these tiny arenas of shooting action, which
Isn't there a Jake Gyllenhaal movie like that with that plot?
potentially
You know what I'm talking about, chat?
chat might know.
Psychonauts. Prisoners.
No. So if Josh, you skip a little further forward, the majority
Source code.
Source code.
Source code. He's on the train.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a bit more surrealist in that sense because you head into these stages, which are arenas in this black and white coastal area with little splashes of neon. It is a shooter by its very nature in terms of, pistol
leaning on
and
the
cover.
rock.
This is my footage. And it is really polished in the sense that there's been a lot of just sort of wave-based arena shooters in VR, and so they have taken on everything that those other games have done well and polished it and given it a nice little unique looking set dressing. But essentially you will have a voiceover telling you it's like 10 enemies left. And
How are you moving?
I'm just moving regular walking, just
Oh, right.
thumbstick.
Yeah, of
Yep,
course,
just with the thumbstick. The story there is sort of littered with exposition that gets whispered to you. David Hayter, the voice of Solid Snake, is the voice of the Colonel, who's
And he whispers to you?
Awesome.
well, there's like you're in his
nice.
mind,
Yeah.
so he talks and he's
Yeah,
sort of
okay.
like, "Ooh, are you in my head?" And then Jennifer Hale is the voice of the
Love Jennifer Hale.
agent, sort of the person who's sent you in to do these missions. So you've got those two voices giving you exposition and story. It's a loose way of sort of giving you
How
a
long
little
can
bit
you
of,
play a game like this with this kind
well,
of
I'll get to
movement?
that because basically this is it's like a run-based mode. So it's made for short runs as
Sure.
you try and get it through as many stages as possible. And in this case, I would say the PSVR 2, if you haven't tried it before, is so the fidelity is there that really does help you last a little bit longer in terms of if you're feeling a bit sick. Also, just the general lightness of the headset and that sort of stuff does help you play a little longer in this. But that said, I played sort of 30 minutes at a time. Max.
Does this
Did you
utilize
throw it
any
up?
of the like?
Well,
Answer the throw up question first, and then
Did you throw it up?
I did not throw up. No.
Sorry, did you throw it up?
I did not throw it up. Not this one. I got a little.
You may
hot-
have misheard me. I said Frode.
I said I throwed up.
I get a little hot-headed from time to time, but it wasn't as intense as some of the other ones. And I was using the thumbstick walkabout way of moving, and it didn't really throw me off. But the things it does add to the arena shooter mode is this telekinesis you're seeing here, which isn't a new thing. Everyone has sort of like picked up objects and thrown them around. The thing I'm raving and ranting about at the moment is the eye tracking, which the PSVR 2 promoted as something we hadn't really seen in VR before, which essentially it is tracking your eyes. So if you glance at objects within the framework of what you're looking at, you can pick those little items out one by one. And in this case,
Foveated rendering.
is that what it's called?
I believe so.
Isn't that the thing where it's
Foveated?
That's where it basically
it's
renders
rendering
more
what you're looking at in higher detail.
than what's around us as a way to reserve.
And does that help with motion sickness?
I don't really know if that helps with the motion sickness, but it probably helps with the grunt of the machine. Like it means they can actually just focus on what you see as the clearest. But in terms of gameplay, it's magic. It's so cool because basically, as you're seeing here in the tutorial, you have a sort of Vader-like telekinesis that you can use to pick up barrels and pick up blocks. But the way you can select that without having to put your hand out and use a wand-like kind of cursor to go, I want this one, and I'm going to put it there. Just glancing and quickly, like, you can look in the corner of your eye at a crate and
very
just
cool.
quickly do the pick up, throw action, and it'll go exactly where you want it to go. It's really strange.
Helps
but
anticipate the movement.
it just means you don't have to turn the whole camera or turn the whole body that direction.
Yeah.
Put this sort of like, that awkward wandering
Does
hands
it ever
to
work
like...
in the way it's not supposed to? Like pick up
Haven't.
something that you don't want to, or
No, it is pinpoint. And anyone who's like played the PSVR 2 and has done even just menus with the eye tracking, it's scary good. Like it works so well.
So interesting. I wonder when they're going to start incorporating, because like I remember like years and years and years ago, I saw one of those like emotive headsets that tracks your brain like waves to be able to help anticipate choices and stuff. And it was things like you'd see a triangle and a square and a string, and the person would be wearing the headset, and they would like think triangle, and then it would select the triangle. This is obviously a more rudimentary version of that being eye tracking, but like how
This is
cool
fun.
when we start to get that kind of stuff involved.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that'd be
as you
sick.
said, it feels like magic. It's a strange thing. Everything else feels mechanical in VR, and it's just cool that it works. This, when it works, does feel like it's reading your mind a little bit, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
To the point that when you go out into the main hub area, because as I mentioned, you'll go through this with a health bar that will deplete and over the course of the different stages. So it's not like your health resets every run. And so you will find yourself going 3 stages in. The enemies are tougher. The weapons are running out. You're running out of ammo. You need to ration out your guns and all that sort of stuff. You'll die. You get sent back to the starting point. You then get these progress trees that you can use the currency you're earning to unlock some perks, some extra sort of types of ammunition or things like that to make the next run easier. So it's that classic sense. But when you look at those giant trees, they do the thing that games do, which is give you a giant skill tree, and you go, oh, there's so much to look at
But you
here.
can look-
But your eye tracking, you're just
Yeah,
like, what's that one do? What's that one do?
amazing.
What's that one
Yeah.
do? And as you glance at them, it goes like, this one gives you curved bullets. This one over here. And
Oh, cool.
the way you just like look through a menu, it was more exciting than the gameplay. I was like,
feels like the sci-fi like Minority Report
It
movies
has
where they're
that
going
stuff,
like
yeah.
this. Yeah.
totally does. So this is the first game I've played, at least on the system, that totally utilizes this eye tracking in a way that feels like it's the future of VR, and I'd love to see. Obviously, I think it's exclusive to the PSVR 2. Maybe the other units are trying it, but I hope to see it in every game in some form or another. The rest of the game is just is fun, and look, it looks a bit messy, but it's good chaotic action. It's nice that it is run based because I'll play like 15-30 minutes at a time, take it off, have another go, and outside of that, it's just like really polished, looks really slick, plays really well, and is a great sort of demo's not the right word, is a great show-off piece of hardware for it. Whereas I think the Horizon game that was launched with the PSVR 2 was just a little too feature-heavy. It was trying to do so many things. It was like, now put this in your backpack and pull out a bow and start a fire, and it was so bitsy, whereas this is, you learn how to use it to telekinesis, you learn how to shoot and reload, and you learn how to look at your compass at where the enemies are, and you just go from there.
I think VR making tasks more manual is not the way to make people want to play VR. It's like you want to make people feel like awesome.
You need to streamline it. I mean, there's a lot of shooting games which are like, press to eject magazine, grab magazine, throw it away, grab your next one from belt.
That was the one where I was just like,
gun.
I do not feel like a badass right now, and I was like, can't get my gun out of the
Feels
holster.
fun in a firing range the first time you do it. When you're in the middle of a chaotic shooting, psychedelic Inception
and
game.
it's like, squat behind cover, and I'm like, oh, man.
Whereas in this game, it's just literally, it's tap the bottom of your gun to push the mag back in.
That's awesome.
So it's arcadeized the shooting action in it.
Time
Which
crisis.
is, totally, which is what makes it like very pick up and play, and there's not too much to remember in between sessions.
Cool. I'm excited to see, like, this is the first thing I think that has made me sort of feel like the, future of VR is like has more potential than just, having a headset on your face, making you kind of see the virtual space around you.
That's an intense skill tree, isn't it?
It is
massive.
And again, I really have to give it top marks for being run-based is limiting in terms of how much game you have to make, but I think it works really well for intense action games in VR, because it doesn't matter how good your VR legs are, you're going to eventually find yourself twisted up in a cable, stepping on your cat, vomiting, not feeling like you know where you're going. And it's like you need to be able to go, this is a good 30 minutes of gameplay before I put it down and pick it up again.
It's got a really nice design finish to it all.
Yeah.
And it's open, which I know seems like an odd thing to say, but when you're playing a VR shooter and it's enclosed
corridors,
spaces, that makes it worse.
Yeah, totally. And like the music's great. I don't think it's not procedurally generated, but they are like arenas that will randomize based on your runs. So yeah, the replayability is there, which is something I always love in any games I play on this show. It's like something that I just can keep on the slow burn for a long time.
Nice.
Yeah.
And as well, I often notice, with a lot of these VR games, you can see your hands, right? Can you throw on one of these?
I don't know if you can do that finger. It's
Do one of
thumbs
these?
and claspies
Do one of
and
these? Because I think that was arguably one of the best bits
it was
of
the Steam
Horizon, right?
The Valve
Horizon Call of the Mountain.
Yeah.
I could. I'm on this boat, right? And there's a fella in front of me. And I could just.
Could you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
you could,
dinosaurs
Yeah,
and you
one
going.
of them.
Aloy would never.
Aloy's not here, honey. I'm Rude Ruby. I got my Rude hat on.
So yeah, again, it's a stretch for. I know it's a piece of tech attached to another piece of tech that a lot of people might not have, but
And then a $60 game on top
exactly.
of that.
Oh yeah, it's 55. Sorry, Scotty. So it's medium priced, but I would suggest if you've been waiting to put something on that headset, then that's probably a good game for it.
Yeah, nice.
Slay.
We'll stick with shooters for a sec, because I'm going to talk about Trepang Square,
Oh, what a title!
or Trepang 2, or Trepang. No idea what it's called, but it caught my attention because there are over 2,000 reviews on Steam, and it's overwhelmingly positive, 10 out of 10. And I'm like, why haven't I heard about this shooter? It's a fast-paced, very much to me feels like a PC shooter, in the style of, people are referencing Fear a lot. But it really feels like one of those like Soldier of Fortune-y Fear, just action first shooters.
Yep.
And it is twitchy and it is really speedy. You're a super soldier who gets like the first level, you kind of get broken out of prison, or some kind of facility that is keeping you as a prisoner. And you make your way through this first mission and realize you have special abilities, which is you have a cloak, which makes you invisible for a short period of time, and you have the ability to slow down time and go into basically like super speed bullet time, as we're seeing here.
That's the big one from Fear, wasn't it? That was kind of a big...
and it's definitely like the most useful power here. Turning invisible, like there's some areas where it kind of encourages stealth. and there's 8 difficulty options.
Jesus.
So it is really going, how hard do you want this to be, or how much of a an action game do you want this to be versus how much of a sneak around in the dark game do you want this to be? And
It's very dark.
it is incredibly dark. And I think it's really only fun when you're playing action hero shooting. So I was in the kind of the middle level of difficulty, one of them in the middle there, and very much about just running and gunning and sliding, and movement is a big part of this game. You tap Alt, you slide into people, knock them up into the air, you slow down time, they're still in the air, you turn around, you shoot them out of the air, they explode. It's
a tale as old
it's
as
almost
time.
90s game design, 80s action ethos, wrapped up in a package that's only a few hours long, and for the low price of $44 or something like that. It's not a full price game, and it kind of packages itself up with this story of you being a super soldier and getting sent out on missions. There's some alien-y shit going on. There's some weird techie stuff going on.
We both ignored our stories this
Well,
week, didn't we?
there is literally nothing in this game that people are going to be... Look, maybe this is unfair. I don't think anyone's going to be talking about this game next year. It's not going to appear in Game of the Year list, even though it's 10 out of 10s on Steam. It is nailing its brief.
It feels like it's speaking to a very specific audience.
It is, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's really fun.
Yeah.
You get into a flow state and you are just blowing people up and moving through areas, and it's not a thinking man's shooter. It is just go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And,
Single
you'll
player
enjoy
only,
yourself.
did you say?
Yes, single player only. Short campaign.
I feel like with this one, just based on the footage that I saw, something that Borderlands had its faults, but Borderlands was also very fun, and something they did very right was you shoot a certain part of that fucker and he blow up, right?
Yeah.
And with this, it is so rewarding shooting at a guy and he just explodes. That rocks.
Soldier of Fortune was that one as well that really toted it. The fact that it's like you can take
I think
off
it got
every
banned
limb.
in Australia, actually, Soldier of Fortune, or got reissued.
There was a sequel or two that got even bloodier, I think.
I was like, free the prisoner. Oh, that person dead.
That person's dead. I have no idea who it is. Doesn't make sense to me. They've been stabbed by a sword. Only sword you see in the game.
Yoink.
And he got a cool
He got
doubloon.
a Bitcoin.
Whoa.
Bitcoin.
The guns are just regular guns, but they feel different enough that it's fun when you find a new one. You usually run out of ammo, so you pick up someone else's gun. It's that kind of shooter where you're just spending everything and then
The one-handed shotty reload.
yeah, and then picking up what you can. The animations are actually really impressive throughout. And yeah, it's very much about the destruction of the area around you.
Because I'm assuming this is like a mid-sized to small studio put this together based on the
yeah, I didn't even do any. I didn't look up who they were.
Based in Ukraine.
I mean,
Yeah, right.
it's got that.
I don't know
it's
that.
got that
Oh,
vibe.
It
right,
just
for
sorry.
looks like a game that comes
Because
from
I'm just
Ukraine.
wondering how
Or
much of this
somewhere in
is like
Eastern
a proof of concept almost. I've heard people on social media and stuff being like, yeah, it is almost this spiritual successor to Fear in the sense that that's people crave that kind of game. I wonder if this is a bit of a testing ground for them to
Maybe, but I
make
think
Trepang cubed.
yeah. Look, potentially. I wonder if fears and games like this need to exist for longer than 3 hours stints. You
Yeah,
know?
fair
like,
enough.
I haven't finished it, but I'm also kind of done with it. You know, like it was like a really fun session, and I played through the first mission and then a wave mode for ages. And there is a wave mode, and it's good fun.
Oh, hell yes.
Because you that's where you really get into a flow.
Yeah.
You go back to this hub base and you pick a mission on a map, and you can go back onto the helicopter and go out, or you can hang at the gun range.
I was going to ask, do you leave a warehouse or is that really
It's almost
just...
perfect dark in that way, where
Yeah, okay.
there's like Cyberdyne or whatever that place was called, where you hang
That's
out.
the one.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure it's made by the team is called Trepang Studio. Like I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that
this
this
is
is
their
their
thing.
first and only game.
and they're
Yeah,
from
right.
Canada. There you go, Vancouver.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, it feels good. If you're into this kind of game, you're gonna love it. But it's definitely worth playing the demo because there is a demo on Steam as well. If you're a shooter fan,
I wonder
because and if you're craving that old school shooter, to me, like it is close to. It doesn't deliver everything I got out of the Wolfenstein games by Machine Games, but it feels like that kind of. It's referencing the same kinds of games, whereas Wolfenstein has a brilliant story on top of being a fun, fast shooter.
you
This
get
is
to
an even
kill
faster
Nazis.
shooter with no story. But it's over quickly.
I
So.
wonder if it's bold to put a demo out because it's like maybe the demo is all you need to get out of
You
this
had
game.
enough fun.
So
Yeah.
careful,
Yeah,
but yeah. Oh look, yeah, I'm seeing a late 90s, early noughties itch that needs scratching watching this gameplay. So
Yeah, and it's not uncommon for us to see games that are shooters that are referencing that. You know, there's a shooter every day on Steam, but this one's getting a lot of affection and for good reason. It really nails its point.
The blood that hangs
That
in
is
the air.
goopy.
Yeah,
Look
yeah,
at
yeah.
that. That's
slow-mo blood
Yeah.
does.
You
is
feel you
gloopy.
feel really powerful.
Yeah.
On and I was on medium difficulties. You can tune it pretty well to where you
Yeah.
feel powerful and you're having a good time. So
oh, cool.
yeah.
It is
Trepang
intense.
squared, I think. Trepang squared,
I think it's Trepang squared. It's got a 2, but it's got a little 2.
It's super scripted, yeah. Steph, what have you been playing?
Well, we were away when Diablo 4 came out, so I feel like I missed the boat a little bit, and I was like a bit sad because I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to play with my friends and all that kind of stuff. But I created a character, friends are still playing it, and I feel like I just annihilated it over this last week. I was so in it. I was thinking about it when I wasn't playing it. I couldn't wait to get back into it when I was like out doing other stuff. I created a sorcerer. So in the demo, I had a rogue, and then I created a necromancer because I was hearing about all those like crazy builds people were doing, corpse explosion and stuff. Very funny. But then when I booted up the full game, they had added some classes that weren't in the demo, and so I figured I may as well try something that I didn't play the first time. There's a druid that you can play as well as a barbarian, necromancer obviously. But I just kind of wanted to create something. When I play games like this, I really enjoy all of the dopamine hits that I guess these kind of games are designed to give you. So I like lots of colors, lots of animations, lots of stuff happening on screen. So I created a sorcerer that was like, I guess, using a little bit of everything, which is not kind of what you see typically. You see
Yeah.
builds kind of
You definitely
going
min-max
down.
in Diablo.
Yeah. You kind of, it kind of pushes you into one particular sort of spell type or element type, and then more so when you start to pick up legendary items that are like have really cool buffs to certain things. And it's like, well, in order to get the most out of this legendary item,
I need to tune my character.
I need to tune my character into that so that everything's kind of playing off each other. So I managed to I just ignored lightning and I went into mostly ice with a little bit of fire. That was kind of the compromise that I made for myself. It wasn't the most
Complimentary.
Well, kind of, because it's magic, ice and fire. So I could freeze things and then do heaps of burn damage
Okay,
over
yeah,
time
cool.
Yeah,
because there was frozen
But for a
there.
split second, they're like, oh, thank God, I'm freezing and I'm warming up
Now
a
I'm
little
comfy.
bit and I'm okay. And
reason
then,
I call that death by too comfortable.
Yeah, nice.
It's kind of like sitting near a fireplace,
with your feet.
and you're like, oh, I'm so warm, it's so nice. But then you realize you're sitting on
pants
a
are on fire.
haystack.
Yeah.
And then you realize that all the walls are closed in on you and there's no doors. And also you're Harry Potter and you're in a game of Sims 2 that I made when I really didn't like him.
yeah.
God.
And then he goes on fire and dies.
Aw.
Yeah.
Let's check back in on that in a moment. Sorry, you were saying.
I really love elemental based
me
skills
too.
and stuff like that. So I really love just the design of the animations and stuff. Seeing that blizzard, area of effect kind of spell that kind of like freezes and does damage. I have this ice shield that restores mana. I had some really cool kind of frost things, and then I had some fire abilities that were like I had little hydras that would spawn and shoot fire at people, and then a big giant ultimate ability was a fire ability that was a giant snake that would wrap around a group of enemies and pull them into the center and then just like squeeze them and do damage. And it looked so impressive on screen. I loved watching myself do anything. Doubled by the fact that my character is so incredibly sexy. And all of the different like gear items that drop, you can create different outfits and you can transmog everything and dye in them all and stuff. So I had different outfits for different zones. It was unreal. I think, though, the thing that really clinches it for me is that I don't have like heaps of memory of Diablo 3 in terms of like the story and enjoying specific encounters. I just kind of remember being in it and playing through it and clicking a bunch of
I
stuff.
think a lot of people remember the opening couple of hours, and then the rest of it tends to
Yeah.
fall away in terms of
I remember
big boss
that
to
fight.
bigger boss to
Yeah, I remember that fight where there was like the fire coming through the grates and stuff, and it was like I remember that in my mind.
Yeah.
And I kind of remember the sort of twist at the end. But this, I was just wrapped the entire time. I loved the story. I loved the aesthetic. It's kind of got this very Russia-based, I guess, religious iconography and aesthetic and culture. like the art and design, I would say, is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen come out of Blizzard. Like the lighting and the detail. Yeah. And I know I always go on about environmental design, but this just had that in spades. Like every room had a million different little objects that were kind of, spilling out of things and placed everywhere, and little shiny edges with light glinting off them. And then you would sort of pass through a window with the light streaming through that would shine and glint off my robes, and like it was just, I could not stop looking at it. It was just so beautiful. And then as I played through the campaign, and every area I went to was just new and beautiful in a different way, but somehow unlike other things that I'd seen in games like this, bar maybe Path of Exile, which this whole thing has just made me so excited for PoE 2. But the big sort of cinematic that happened at the end, because the story was really, it was really good. I think there were elements of it that I was like, okay, I saw that coming, or that felt a bit shoehorned in towards the end. But the story was really good. You felt motivated the whole way through by what you were doing and the characters you were talking to, and you were invested in their stories as well.
Well, I feel like that, if it's successful, and was obviously successful for you, is kind of new to Diablo, because I would say even... I played a lot of Diablo 2, and I've played through Diablo 3 a couple of times. Don't remember the story in Diablo 3 really being effective. Yeah. And the cutscenes in Diablo 2 when they came out were an example of how Blizzard were the best in the business at doing cutscenes. But they were so disconnected, those beats, they were just between chapters, basically, that you weren't driven to play the game to see more of the story. You were just playing the game, and then you got a story reward. Yeah. As opposed to, it sounds like you were even in the open world thinking about, I know that I want to go and Lilith bad. That's my main driver here, my main motivation here.
Can I chime in here? Can I chime in here a little bit?
Yeah, I'm definitely playing a lot.
I played it a lot. Not recent weeks, but yeah, especially on launch and in the betas and stuff. I played a fair bit. The thing that I think is different about D4, and they did a little bit of it in D3, but they use in-engine cutscenes as well with your characters. So there's two types of... There's like the full pre-rendered Hollywood-esque, animated cinematics, which they cut to, and there's like... when something special is about to happen.
There's the one big one at the start, and then there's one big one towards the end. But everything else is in-engine stuff. But the in-engine stuff is done really well.
Yeah.
And it basically just feels like you've kind of zeroed in on what you're looking at, and then it's kind of shifted to a different camera position, and you're just seeing those character models. But it's so beautiful that it feels good enough.
Yeah.
It's really cool because it's your character as well. So like whatever you're wearing, even if your gear changes, whatever else, the way you've set up your character, those in-engine cinematics, because the engine is so good now, their lighting system is so good, they could make this like it's an ISO, dungeon crawler, but they could make this like a Thrasher third person, 360 cam thing if they really wanted to. It seems like the game is almost polished, the world that they've made is polished enough to almost do that.
It was just incredible, and I feel like the story I was drawn into. It's always been very good versus evil, angels and demons kind of Diablo story stuff, but it very much focused on that idea of like, everyone has very complicated motivations, and you as a person kind of don't really know who to side with. Like, it's not hell bad, heaven good. It's like heaven has been kind of bolstered by success, and a kind of a bit have had very kind of lofty opinions of their level of power.
The hubris of the Jedi.
Hubris. Yeah. And so the people that are kind of working to change things have very kind of complicated motivations behind what they think is best for humanity.
Everyone's suffering in some way or another, and kind of
I mean that's definitely like the sort of crux of it also. Yeah. But it was just really beautifully done. And I would say the other thing that I would want to highlight is just to complement the story, and part of the reason why the story really kind of hit for me was that the voice acting was just so top tier. Like Donan, I think, was just working so hard throughout that whole, like, his every scene he was in, I was just like, oh my gosh, I was right there with him. And there was some really incredible moments. The only thing I will say is that, like, thankfully this didn't happen in my playthrough, but some friends of mine were playing, and there was a really pivotal story moment that happened. And like, there's sort of different branching quests that you can take. You can kind of play them simultaneously, or you can follow one through to its conclusion and then the other, or whatever. And there was a bug in the game that meant that a crucial plot point that happened on one quest line another character was like, man, sucks that this thing happened, and they hadn't played that yet, so they were like, what?
Wait, there's an in-game character spoiler?
Yes.
Essentially?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great.
And I was just like, oh, they were telling me about that. And I was like, oh my gosh, because that was such an intense emotional
so funny.
moment when that happened for me. I was like, no. And for that to be spoiled by another character just referencing a conversation, I was
That's
like,
wild.
oh no.
But that's the exact stuff you're talking about world building of like the characters are having
Yeah.
organic conversations about things that they've experienced. And
Yeah.
it's like that makes the game good, but also you got to be
Yeah.
aware that if
Yeah.
you're around someone who's done something, you
Yeah,
haven't
well,
done-
I think they patched that pretty quick because
Yeah,
that
okay,
shouldn't
fine.
have happened.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, pretty funny.
That's funny.
But it was just incredible. And when that final cutscene played out at the end, I was watching it with a bunch of friends who jumped in with me for the final sort of, final stand.
Sure.
And we all just were just arrested by how intense and breathtaking, and it was like I can't remember the last time I've seen something like that. It was
Enough to click new character
I think,
again?
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
getting towards the end and I was already being like, and then I'll create a rogue, and then I might create a second like necromancer, and then I'm in deep, man.
Yeah.
It's full on.
Wow.
The big cinematic gave me Arcane vibes of production and animation and voice.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
The only bummer is that I watched the credits roll at the end and I was like, it's been a while since I've, finished a game and just actually sat and watched the credits, and it was like I was waiting for a woman's name to pop up, and then I was like, there's one, oh, finance officer. And then I was like, there's one, and it was like one woman in this like list of animators.
Yeah,
but I guess
wow.
they would have hemorrhaged women after everything that happened with Blizzard, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa, we won.
Well, that's a sour note to end Diablo
Yeah,
4
sorry.
conversation on. Obviously a very
But great
good-
game.
Great game. Trepang Squared, or whatever the hell it is. Synapse and Pikmin 4's demo is what we've been playing this week. We'll be right back after this short ad break.
Dump days. Listen, bin chickens are the most underrated bird.
Dump days is what I just did on the couch when the lady stuck her head through the bathroom door. Thank you, Dump Days.
Hey, Will, what do you think about Dump Days?
Oh, Dump Days, he's really cool. He does great art and stuff, but I do sometimes wonder what's the deal with the ibises? Is that like an obsession thing? Should he see someone about that? I'm not too sure about that guy.
Dump Days, hero of the dumpster, Ibis Power.
They are tall, they are slender, they make a nice honking noise, and Dump Days knows this and celebrates them daily.
That show is absolute garbage.
Oh no, it's rubbish.
I want to watch more.
Yeah, me too.
The broad wings of a dump day.
And a Pegasus bird.
Wait a minute, Doc. You built a time machine out of Legos?
Precisely! No! Out of Lego! There's no S in Lego, Marty.
The DeLorean is the perfect vehicle for LEGO 2K Drive. Though building it took a fair few hinges and a whole lot of bricks. Heavy.
Why are things so heavy in the future? Is there a problem with the Earth's gravitational pull?
Back to the Future's 3 films translate seamlessly to the game's 3 vehicle loadout slots. Our Street Racer blasts out of the first film, the capacitor fluxes when boosting, and the lightning rod is ready for you when you hit 88. The off-road model blows off the dust of 1885 with a makeshift time circuit strapped to the bonnet, and some retro wheels. We might not need roads, but we will be hitting the sea. So taking inspiration from part 2, our boat model sees the wheels up, and Mr. Fusion ready for the trash of 2015. And that's it, a full DeLorean loadout in LEGO 2K Drive. What else do you want to see us build? Let us know in the comments.
That's the wrong way. There we go. Perfect. Bye, Frosty. We're full. Yeah, I know. I'm a pro driver. Sick day. Did you see that epic move I did? Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god.
Welcome back, everyone. We saw words there from Cleverosaurus and Sickney from our Halo Hump Days. I wasn't at that session, but that was just a travesty. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. But join us for Halo Hump Days. Every Wednesday, jump on the Discord and join some Halo Infinite because we're all playing it. It's good fun. We saw the ad for Dump Days, and we saw a social of Lego, which they're popping off on TikTok. I tells you what. Check us out on our socials. But coming up in a moment, we've got some very good gameplay. Obviously, this is Scardy on the couch. We've got our other pet in the studio.
She's super concerned. Who is that, Scardy? What is that?
Perfect.
Scardy, come here.
Perfect.
Scardy, who is that? Who is that? Who is it?
Oh,
she's backing away.
She does not love
It's
it.
okay, it's Gus. It's Gus.
Who is that, Scardy? Who is that?
She's doing like that face before you bark.
It's
Who
Gus.
is that, Scardy? Who is it?
Where is she?
Oh.
Oh.
Good girl.
Don't worry, she's far away. She can't get you.
Who is that? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
My response
Good
to that
girl.
is...
Good girl.
Good girl.
My response is this.
Yeah, you shut him up, Scardy.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
down.
you watch
Don't
him.
worry.
You watch him. We're going to do some very good gameplay. The reason why Gus is wearing a horse head is because we're playing Everybody 1-2 Switch. But we wouldn't be playing any. Oh, no, very good gameplay. We're going to play some very good gameplay.
Yeah.
I forgot that hadn't already played.
Too distracted. Oh, baby.
Yeah, she's like staring at you.
She's staring daggers. Very good gameplay is brought to us by MiddleCee. Thank you very much, MiddleCee, for your support of the show. Very nice, Gus. Thank you. Of course, when MiddleCee sponsors a segment, we read out some lyrics from a song that is written in or can be transposed into the key of C.
Isn't that every song?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've got some lyrics for you from a song written in or transposed to the key of C. And I'm going to read them to you now, and you can tell me what the song is.
Is it Daryl Braithwaite Horses?
It is not.
Damn it.
That would have been good, though. It's a Genuine Pony.
Transposing does count music for hire. Go fuck yourself.
That means you could put any song.
Is it Wild Horses?
I haven't started yet. It's got nothing to do with horses. You weren't wearing a horse head.
Is it Horsing Around by Johnny B. Horse?
It is. Holy shit.
I knew it.
Here are the lyrics. This one's easy.
He's looking at me because he knows I won't get it. I won't get it.
Well, I hear it's fine if you got the time and the 10 to get yourself in. I hear it's tight most every night, but now I might be mistaken.
The fuck? Is he clearing his throat?
I am
Is it
clearing my throat a little
Is
bit.
it a song
I
about
think I might know.
Is it a song about a club?
Any more lyrics?
Is it a song about a man?
It is a song about a church house at
Nutbush.
LaGrange.
Yeah.
By
The
ZZ
what?
Top.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
All I know about ZZ Top was when I worked at JB Hi-Fi, he was at the end of Popular. Because he was
End
ZZ.
of Popular.
Alphabet.
Right.
Yeah. Alphabetically.
Yeah. ZZ is it was a band.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Thank you.
It's
hot in there.
I was just going to say, I might turn on the aircon. It's getting a bit steamy in here.
Thank you. It is getting steamy in here. Lol, it's Ruby calling ZZ Top him.
Hey, I don't know.
Hey, he's
Mr.
him.
Top.
He's him, man.
It's good to see you.
Mr. Top is my father.
Mr. Top.
A minor, related to C major, but not C.
I was going to say sharp dressed man. That's why I said man. But
Sharp dressed man.
Because I knew as soon as you did the, I knew it was ZZ Top.
Everyone knows.
Also,
All I'm saying is
No.
I cannot hear the song in my head. I don't know if I've ever heard it.
I hate that.
They did a bad thing.
Chris Isaac is definitely riffing on ZZ Top when
I feel like anytime I hear like a name, and like even if it's a band name, if it's 2 words and one of them could easily be a name.
Yeah.
I just assume that like that's the name. So I just assume that's a guy called, Mr. Top.
Jovi.
First name ZZ.
First name ZZ.
Gary
yeah.
Impala or Tame
is
Impala
Jovi.
to his
Yeah.
friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Me tame.
Yeah. That's like when you hear
Me
Van
too.
Halen, you're like, oh, there must be some Van Halens in the band.
Who's Van?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
Bon Iver?
Yeah.
Oh, now it's suddenly.
Whoa, you're a cool guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Taxi driver, anyone?
is cool the
Are you
word that
talking
any of
to
us
me?
would use? Is cool the right word, really?
I think he looks cool.
He always wears his
It's
hats
just
backwards.
like me.
Yeah.
That's true.
So he wears his
true.
horse head backwards.
And now you have eyes in the back of your head.
Uh-oh.
No, you're good. I'm just swapping across to the game.
Why am I a horse?
You're a horse because we're playing 1-2 switch, and for some reason that is represented by a horse.
Everybody
What?
won to switch.
Is it in the game or is it just the promo for the game?
It's in the game.
He's okay, right?
Yeah, so in the game, it has a name as well, and I can't remember what it is, Horseman or something. He will
ZZ Horse.
introduce us to the mini games, and people will remember 1-2 Switch was a launch title for the Switch.
Yep.
It was a paid launch title, and people were a bit disappointed in that because it felt like a small tech demo, series of tech demos. They announced even as early as that first year of the Switch's life that a sequel would be coming to 1-2 Switch. Everybody 1-2 Switch is now here. There's heaps more games in it. And we're going to start by playing in Joy-Con mode, and then there is also a mode where you guys will be able to play along with us at home with a phone.
Yeah.
So it's going to be scanning the QR code. But what we're going to do is because we want to just make sure we're keeping it. We haven't tested this for 100 people, so we're going to post the QR code that will get you into the game in the post-show queues channel on our Discord, or post-show link, channel on Discord, which means that anyone at the Pocket tier, Patreon level and higher will be able to see that on the Discord and jump in. So we'll just make it patrons only, just so that people can get in, but we don't just blow up the whole system.
Yeah.
But we're going to start with the Joy-Con mode, and then we're going to go to Chaos mode, because Chaos mode might fall apart.
There are different games for each modes. And as we can see on the screen, the Joy-Con modes are a little more traditional. They're just like the same as the 1-2 Switch games, maybe even a little simpler, but essentially we're going to do 2 teams of 2 and just see if they're any good. Then the phone games are tailored to phones, so they use your camera, you can
Touchscreen stuff,
all that kind of stuff as well. So this
gonna pick names?
will be who's.
I'm number 3, so who's number 1?
So
You're number 1.
Left red is Steph, and you want to
And you
hold
hold
it
it like
vertically,
that.
Steph.
2.
Yep, like that. So I reckon I can probably chuck all these in. If we want to, unless we want to come up with silly names for. Oh god, we all have control over the keyboard.
I'm not touching anything.
No, I know. It's not you I'm worried about.
Steel.
Storf.
Just do 3 letters and then pick something from the recommended.
Steep.
Steeplechase.
So Steph is Steve.
Yep.
This is you.
This is Ruby. So type.
Are you? Oh god.
Ebe. Okay.
Evie. Okay. Good.
Okay.
The madness
Cool.
begins.
This is me.
This is you.
This is
Can
Peter.
we type pet, please, and then pick something from the top of the line?
Poopy.
Poopy Pete.
P-E-T. Person. That's fine.
It's personal.
It is true.
Can I
It
just
is
get
true.
I'll get GUS and see what comes up.
Yep. Let's see what we get.
Gooses. Guarantee.
Good.
I do say that a lot. Okay, Steve, Evie, person, and Gur.
That's right.
All right.
Everyone press a button and you'll get an icon.
I'm a duck.
I'm a lollipop.
I'm a delicious cupcake.
I'm a piece of cheese with a party hat, which makes me think I look like a slice of birthday cake, but I'm cheese. It's very confusing.
See, I get that because when I see cheese, I often go, go. You know what I mean?
Do we have any sound on our end?
Yeah, we have a little bit coming through.
Very little bit.
Oh man,
you want to go TV?
Yeah.
I hope these people got paid a lot.
So scary.
I hope they did.
So
I hope they
Horus is the MC, hence the
Yeah, he
horse
is
mask.
horrifying.
He's horrible. Oh gosh. 20 minutes, that's enough.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that's
does he
good.
have hooves? No.
Nah, he's got white gloves.
Okay.
Normal, this all looks straightforward.
I can't
Panto
read.
horse. Alright,
Where are?
Okay.
so
we're
Gur on the left,
Because we're on the right.
Yeah.
Gur and Ebi, and Steep in person over on the right.
Do I have it upside down?
No,
no,
that's right.
So flick to the right.
There
There
we
you go. Alright, everyone press a button.
You had to
Press
phone
okay. There we go.
Yeah, they're the best teams.
We did find out in the tech test, this just asks way too many questions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're always like that with their like over instruction and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. It's a very cool thing where the
Have you
game's
seen
like
chat's note for more vol?
the game is very much
Yeah,
like,
sweet.
are you dumb?
Yeah.
Are you dumb, idiot?
Yeah.
Can you read?
Yeah.
Do you
part-
know how to go on the bike?
Party
like,
environments are like noisy and distracting at their best, so I guess it's
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to...
Or like families
Yeah.
who don't interact with stuff. Like there's a lot.
Press the button lots of times.
Everyone do what Horace is doing.
All right.
This is wild.
okay, maybe we do need to listen to Horace. maybe I am a dumb idiot.
Team contest.
Okay.
Let's go steep.
Let me know how
And
that is, chat.
persons.
Let's go good.
We're gone, EB. EBD.
Person and steep.
Your skills are about to be put to the test.
I hate this mask already because it's associated with
I
that.
don't like it.
Put it on.
It's also like I know that's not his voice.
Wins.
His voice would be like this.
He gives me kind of.
I'm a horse.
Gives me kind of wretched vibes.
You've met many horses.
Okay, so
I have.
first to
They all
win
sound like that.
3.
Okay.
Kitchen timer, UFOs, hip bump.
A high stakes cooking lesson.
Oh.
Look at those graphics.
Are you ready to play?
Yes, that's why we're fucking here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow.
No, and I turn the console.
So
off.
impatient.
I'm not ready.
Look at all this like stock
Well, we
art
were.
we're looking
Everyone
at.
press your buttons again just in case the game
Yeah.
didn't think you were paying attention.
I wasn't paying
Whoa.
Ah.
Hello.
Monsieur.
That's my dad.
This time
Bonjour.
you'll be trying your hand at making the perfect sizzling sirloin
I don't
steak.
think he sounds like that either. He looks like he's got a thick Italian-American accent.
Oh yeah, okay.
To fry this
That's a
nice bit of
spicy
steak
sirloin
over
steak.
high heat.
No, I mean more like this.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
I'm steaking here.
There we
Flip it over
go.
at the right
Over at
time.
the right
Are you all
times.
ready?
Like,
Oh,
Gyroscope.
shit. Okay.
Are we taking turns?
Pete seemed really baffled, but wait,
wait. Okay.
is this happening?
Oh.
Target time 9 seconds.
Looks like you're all finished.
What?
Okay.
Yes, that's seared.
That
this
was
over?
very.
What happened?
It was unclear when the
He's like,
clock was
yeah.
going to disappear on us.
But that was the game.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
The game's over?
I reckon I nailed that. I
You-
fucking did.
Oh
we
my
were the
God.
same. We're exactly the same.
Okay.
We were 0.8
I thought
seconds
that was a
too
practice
early.
round.
I thought it was we thought it was a practice steak.
Next up, we'll
You can. There's no
There are
practice,
no practice
steak.
steaks.
The cow is dead.
Every chef understands
Treat it with
the
respect.
importance of
Now you can
veggies.
practice with beans.
Asparagus?
Okay.
This has been heated to boiling point.
Drain.
Be
Okay,
sure to
so-
drain it at the right time.
Right, okay, so 10
Are you
seconds.
all
Yeah.
ready?
And the clock's going to disappear.
Get set.
Right.
Go.
Stephanie, those
Flip and then left. They're still on the water. You flipped
I
it.
didn't realize I was lifting and
Yeah,
not
no,
flipping.
I didn't. It wasn't. It was
Flip
again.
those
Wasn't clear.
beans. Oh, I think we fucking
I was
nailed
just
this.
flicking
I
him.
feel like
I
we
was flicking them
did.
out of the pot.
We were all the same.
Slow.
We were all the
Point
same.
four.
I feel like, were you looking at me counting?
No, I was tapping my.
One
my
count.
I
leg.
could hear
But I
everyone
saw us
counting
all
in
go
their
like
minds.
that at like exactly
Yeah.
the same time.
Result.
All right.
Take the lid off when it's ready.
How do you take the lid off? Okay, we're to learn how to take the lid off.
Oh, it's a
Okay.
flick of the wrist.
Get set.
Flick of the wrist.
Oh.
The last stage is the clincher. You'll get double points for this one.
I'm worried I fucked it up already.
All right.
Ah,
We're done here.
mwah.
Steak.
Oh,
Bellissimo.
serve that up.
Yeah.
I don't know
The
about this one.
reveal.
We
Halfway
just
through
get
it's
we just get a little
The last
vibration.
round is worth double the points.
Oh, no one told us that.
Yeah!
Too slow, too slow.
Nice. Double the points is bullshit. You only have to win the last one to win.
Yeah.
Oh,
All party games are like that, though.
Nonsense.
Hey, at the end of the day, we finished this thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
And that also
We
means that
prepared
we
everything
have the
better,
same
except the end.
ridiculous rules to potentially win
And we
the
did it
next round.
thinking the first one was a practice round.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying is all.
So, you know what? We got our practice, and then we ended up
Wear the mask.
fucking
Wear the
nailing
goddamn
it.
mask.
Yeah.
It's full of your filth now.
Practice makes perfect, and we are literally perfect specimens.
That is true.
Yeah.
Ninja.
Replacement ninjas. From now on,
Ninjas.
we'll have the losing team stop the roulette.
Part of the joy of party games is like trying to figure out what kind of game it is based on the weird menu art.
Do you want to pick what game we're going to play? You just stop it when it's spinning.
Hide and seek?
Any button?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not ninjas. Oh, it doesn't stop instantly.
UFOs.
Have you seen that picture of it's like a
So it's choosing
a cake with Buzz Lightyear on it, and it's supposed to say "I come in peace," and it says "I come in pies," and like CUM.
Oh god.
It's the most important thing in the world to me.
First contact.
Okay, guys, here's the deep
Get
lore.
ready, everyone.
For what?
Signal in time with the rhythm. Follow.
Josh is enjoying this.
This is just like what's it called? Third.
Embarrassing?
Third of the
That shit.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah, yeah.
It's starting.
Let's go.
What the fuck is happening? Is it happening? Is it started? Come on, Steve. Keep the beat.
I didn't realize we're still doing it.
Wait, what the fuck? Oh, we're nailing it. We have to. You can just do it.
We're so out of sync with each other.
I am keeping the beat.
We're just opposite.
You guys are out of sync. Your ship has not even arrived. Oh, it's
Oh, that's what we're meant to do.
Hey, little dudes. Oh,
They're going away.
this is
Lad, fuck
ridiculous.
We come in pies. We come in pies.
Oh my god.
What the fuck are we looking at it?
Are you guys still on your way?
Yeah, yeah.
They're going back up. They're going back up. No.
Just stay on the beat.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Fuck
Oh,
off.
they got the kind of slutty pose.
Look at the sass.
They are serving cunts.
Yeah.
Look at our sassy aliens.
They're so sassy.
With 71%.
God.
We were just we were on the beat, but doing
Separately.
the opposite thing.
Yeah, yeah. We should have synced with
Tell
each
it to
other.
your aliens that fucked off, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got stuck with aliens.
Oh my god. Are we the best reviewers?
You're amazing at everyone
Reverse
on
switch.
Really freaking
Reverse
good at it.
Yeah.
Focus up.
It's time for a chance card.
Oh, they're gonna fight so much in the car drive on the way home.
What's the chance card?
Arms are so sore.
Steve, you're gonna draw a card. Oh no, me.
Have you draw a card as the representative for your team.
All right.
The animated horse head is unsettling.
It is.
The chance cards you can draw from are
Oh, that's a lot of cards.
Like they were going back into the womb.
All right, is it a what the fuck?
Points?
pick a card, any card, then use your Joy-Con to select it. The card the right team
That was the most unenthusiastic. Well done, Peter. You selected blank.
Oh no, what bad luck.
You guys are just
It's blank.
sucking at this.
They were like, oh, stink.
This huge game of skill.
Feels like they've taken a leaf out of Jackbox's book with their kind of design and, and
totally.
energy.
Ooh, statues
I like
don't move when he's
statues.
looking.
It's like a
okay, red
what's
light, green
the
light.
Yeah, that's it.
Who's
Or,
pressing?
what's the other thing?
It's you guys to press it.
Squid Game.
Yeah, Squid Game, but it's red light, green light.
This
Hip
is what
bump.
this is what we said.
Do we gotta stand up for this one?
Do we gotta stand up?
No.
Rather not.
It'll never know.
Well,
Yeah, looks like we do.
Shit.
what? What?
Excuse me?
Ass?
Is this
Ass?
Is this We Dare?
I'm up.
Oh,
my
we have to
God.
butt each other
We
off
butt
the
battle.
screen.
Okay, maybe it's 1v1.
Yeah,
Peter.
Are
It can't be all 4 at once.
Back down.
Everybody?
So I'm still confused.
Everybody want to switch.
Everyone want to switch?
I don't want to.
Here's the bottom line. It's person.
It's twerk attack.
Okay.
Let's rumble.
Okay.
Use your hip movements to knock your
Rather
opponent
not.
out of the ring. The first one to win.
Yeah, I think it's you and Peter verse.
Really?
Yeah.
Say.
Oh, I think it'll pick us now. Well, I just hit A to get to the
We'll see.
next
We'll
menu.
find out.
It might be you.
Okay.
Our first contenders
Yep.
are
Yeah.
these two.
Me.
Fighters,
Got and
step
steep.
forward.
But.
Press a button once you're ready.
You have to ready up, Steph, by squeezing the button as well.
Stand
Sorry
back
about the
to
trust
back,
team.
but
It's
not
alright.
close
Hang on, I'm gonna
enough
stand
that
over
you
Scotty.
actually bump into one another. Hold the Joy-Con behind your back at hip level and keep still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't hit each other.
Give a big push.
I need more butt room.
Give a...
Oh god.
You're all set. Let's go. Round 1. Ready, fight.
Nice.
God.
Steep.
Where's your ass at?
Okay. There's another round.
Next up, we have
Oh.
these two.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Step forward.
Peter,
Press a button once you're
ready that butt.
Like this?
I'm ready.
Stand back to back, but not close enough that you actually bump into one another.
I'm gonna move that one.
Hold the Joy-Con.
They can't see this, but it looks hilarious. They can only see the game.
What?
Hold the Joy-Con horizontally.
You got that.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about any of it.
Give a big push with
Yes.
your hips.
Yes.
Give a little push with your hips.
All right, you guys are fucking doing this.
Round 2.
All right, so we're just seeing gameplay.
Ready, fight.
Good luck.
Pop it.
Oh
Holy
no.
shit!
Whoa.
Stream
Counter.
sees everything.
Go, Ruby.
Oh
Yes! Well done.
All right.
Oh
my God.
It might be the two of
The-
you.
the chance?
winners. The winners.
Yes.
Now sleeping
no.
gut again.
It's a chance for you to redeem your
Redeem my butt.
butt skills.
All right, I'm bringing the mic up.
Press a button once you're ready.
Not
Yeah.
making it any easier, Scotty. Okay. Because we're in the zone.
Back to
Any
back,
tips?
But not close enough that you actually bump into one
Throw
another.
it back.
Throw it
Hold
back
the
for a real
Joy-Con
one.
behind
You
your
got
back
this.
at hip
It's all
level
my
and
advice.
Give
Scotty,
a
it would
big
really-
push with your hip.
Okay.
Give a little push with your hips.
A little hit. Scotty.
And try to
Final
counter.
round.
Okay.
Ready, fight.
No, what the fuck? No. Jesus!
Oh my god!
Oh, Scotty's
What?
on your chin!
You sit on Scotty? No!
She got back into it!
Oh my
She
god!
took the final boss! That's a
She
champion
jumped
butt as
up.
well. That's a champion
Oh my
butt.
god.
How did she get up there?
Baby!
Oh my god. To the well butted.
Well butted.
Champion butt.
God, she's sneaky.
Yeah. Because she loves sitting on the couch. So as soon as she saw a free spot, she would have been like, "Ooh, thank you."
I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
I'm very disappointed in my
was,
butt.
As someone with a fat ass, I feel like I'm really disappointed and I expect
I will work
What
on
do you-
I'll get my
Yeah.
Brazilian butt.
What do you
Please
feeling,
do.
Steph?
BBL time.
Joy-Con and statues look better than ninjas in relay race.
Can you push it for me, the button?
So you press it on.
Yeah, only one of us
Oh!
needs to do it.
Statues is good.
That's me. That's me and my cool new hat.
All that butt work.
You know that?
Thank you.
Okay, statues seems innocent and somewhat menacing.
Yeah.
Scotty's had a horrible time in this segment. She got scared by your horse head. She got kicked around, sat on.
Sat on.
She really
yeah.
picked the wrong time to get up here and be like, okay.
Better scratch it now.
What? Okay.
Okay, everyone stand
fuck.
up.
Scotty.
Hold your Joy-Con with both hands and walk in place.
Wait, what the
Right
fuck?
team needs this many members, And the left team needs this many members to get to the goal.
This many members.
All right.
To get to the goal.
Let's play.
My dad says it.
When I turn around, freeze. If you got caught, you'll have to go back to the start. When I turn around, freeze.
I didn't.
Well, that's really sensitive.
Yeah.
I think it's walk slowly. It's like,
Freeze.
Well, I'm not moving.
Come on.
fuck this kid. Turn around.
What's happening?
When I turn around, freeze. When I turn around, freeze.
Fuck.
When I turn around, freeze. When I turn around, freeze. You move.
Fuck off! Oh, that was bullshit.
Dog move. Ah, fucking bullshit.
Freeze.
You're never gonna get.
You move. When I turn around, freeze. When I turn around, freeze.
Wow, they've made this the most annoying.
I hate this kid.
You move.
Oh, I moved upwards.
Yeah, kill this. Nope.
When I turn around, freeze. When I turn around, freeze. When I turn around, freeze. You move. When I
We gotta go.
freeze. When I turn around, freeze. You move.
We're gonna fucking win this one, Peter.
Stop looking at me.
Fuck off, child.
When I turn around,
Tap that little.
freeze. You move.
No! You're on him!
It's like time's running out. You only
Time's
have
running out?
Nah, rage quit. Rage quit. That's fucked.
We can do it.
When
That's
I
fucked.
turn around, freeze.
You just shake it. We'll sit down and shake it.
You move. When I turn around, freeze. You move.
Fuck! What the hell was that? This is trauma. We are witnessing couples trauma. Sorry.
It's okay.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I can't believe we all got thrown back.
That's so sensitive.
Oh,
That was dumb as shit.
When I turn around, freeze.
No, it's too old.
God, that
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was holy shit.
Teams can take victory.
it's sudden death.
I hate that child.
Bring home the win.
You know, I'm a good auntie.
Wow,
I
that was
love
that was
my
a
nieces.
special
I hate
kind
that
of
kid.
like
Let's never pick that.
irritating.
Yeah.
When I turn around, freeze.
Statues 2 is now on the menu.
We have to pick it.
He's learned some new tricks.
Way. Relay. I
can't
want
take
to
it.
do relay race.
okay.
I want to choose it.
I want hide and seek, so I reckon pick relay.
Hide and seek could be awful in this studio.
Pick.
Okay, Statues 2 it is.
Whoa, that was so quick.
Accident? Is that
Accident?
We don't know what it is.
good?
This seems terrible.
Is this good?
Oh, it's running.
Leg
Worst.
of the race.
Let's do this from the couch.
Pass the baton.
How do we do this from the
Oh,
couch?
shit.
We can't.
What?
Well, we can't do it anywhere else.
Oh, they've got heaps of people.
Victory.
You have to pass. It's the
Oh,
L
I
and
think
the
you have to
pass.
hold a button and then the other person grabs the other button, maybe?
Oh.
Is that what we were
They've
looking
just that. What?
What is this?
Okay. Do we
No.
only use one controller then?
I'm sure the horse is going to tell
I think
us.
we'll be used to use one controller, yeah.
I think they just
Finish this
go-
wine quickly.
Okay, hold on. But do not put it around.
Attach your Joy-Con, but don't put it around your wrist. Hold both the strap and the controller.
So
at
it's
a
saying
train.
to do it like that.
Just in case you don't throw it. You don't need
just
to do
do
that.
But it's
Yeah, you don't need to.
Yeah.
then you
You're
might
an
get
adult.
caught.
Ruby,
No,
you're an
then-
adult.
Not okay. Okay, boys.
Running shoes. It's time to grab some relay royalty.
Okay, run a relay. No, I really don't want to. Statues would have been so much more
I
fun.
have asthma.
Statues 2 would have been interesting.
Yeah. I'll be
How?
How?
Okay.
Oh my god.
EB
Gar.
Okay.
Person steep, person steep.
The running order, the first
But you stand up.
Well, are you passing it to the other team?
No. We go, it goes me, you, me, you.
Okay. So I guess. Yeah.
You're going to do like that.
Once
You can't stand in front of the TV.
So you pass your controller to me.
Yeah.
So I don't need
You don't
this?
need that at all, no.
Yeah.
So just run.
If you're running first for your team,
Maybe just
step
run like
forward
this.
and hold down
I
the
don't think you
SL
need
and
to.
SR buttons
You
on
got to
your
squeeze
joy.
both buttons.
Yeah, baby.
But you guys could run
On your
facing.
mark. Get set.
Why are we going backwards? What the fuck is happening here?
Left team, time to pass the baton. Right team,
What the fuck is happening?
Hold
Grab
on.
both buttons.
It's too close to call.
Yeah, pass.
Pass the baton. Pass the Joy-Con to the next runner.
Fucking leg it!
It's a dead hang.
Go!
Yes!
Oh, it's a full finish! You can't stop me!
Congratulations to
We are
That was the
Holy shit! Look how sorry.
We totally could have done that sitting.
Oh, here's the replay. Oh my god!
Oh my god. I'm really fast.
EB.
Oh,
yeah.
that was a good
Landslide
burst of energy at the end there,
Oh
guys.
my god. That's yours.
That's mine.
I think that's the 20-minute party done, guys.
Now says Gus' run arms are everything.
I'll watch that back at some point.
Yeah. No, you won't need to. There'll be clips.
There'll be clips.
Butt segment will be the best.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Final game is over. Here are the results.
Close game.
But
Close
as
game.
suspected to EB
nailed
and go the Spurs.
What a game.
You know what they say? A win's a win and an EB's a go.
Take it double. The left team. What a great name.
Well done, left team.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Get your phones out, everyone, at
I
home,
forgot
because
the
we're going
phone
to do...
bit.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Round two.
I'll just use one controller, and everyone get a phone.
Yep.
Yep.
So this is going to be wild, potentially.
And
But-
wacky and weird.
Wild and wacky. I'm going to return
40-minute
to
party!
40-minute statues.
How long you guys got?
So Josh is going to screen grab this, so we'll jump out of full screen game. And we'll bring this up for devices. Groovy. Oh, good.
NJ, I'm watching this on my phone. Yeah, we didn't really think about that.
Oh, cool. I think everything that just happened at Fortress.
Hey, yeah, we're on Fortress.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
They
embarrassing.
have us on a Fortress.
Okay.
That is so funny.
Josh, you good capturing this?
Yeah, you could say we're pro gamers.
Yeah.
Show us off a Fortress.
I reckon that's where we belong. On the big screen. I hope we're in the cinema, like the big stage.
I hope that Fortress don't have issues with
Butt stuff?
language and butt stuff.
I've occasionally had a thing saying, is this icon... All good, we're going to leave it
you're
there. I get this saying, is there an icon in your lower right? Which I don't have. And when I say no, it's fine. It just lets me keep playing. I don't know if anyone gets that.
PSA.
Yep. Proceed. Everybody
Steep.
switch. I'm just going to put in Gus or Ghost instead of Gur.
All right, it's heading to the back
Okay.
pocket.
Tap for photo.
Post-show cues channel.
Choose from file.
No, post-show links.
The password isn't NBN's.
Photo
Apologies.
library. I have so many great photos.
It's
of my
in there.
face. Okay, so
Alright.
if
So the it's in the Discord. Did you just take the photo then?
Yeah.
Amazing. So Pocketeer patrons, jump into the Discord, jump into post-show cues or links. Links, and you should see a QR code in there you can scan with your phone.
I sent a comment. Where does it go?
It goes to the screen. It said butt stuff up the top. It's not on the show yet though, because
Oh,
the QR
damn.
code's still up there. Yeah. Start the game. Yeah.
oh, there we go. So Jep's in, Rectex in.
Nice. So our interface it's quite similar to the Jackbox stuff, where there's a browser interface, pretty simple to get into. It's cool. We've got 8 people. There's 22 waiting to get in by the looks of it. 20.
Oh my God.
We're gonna get pretty busy in here, I think.
Yeah.
We might end up having like 30 or 40 people.
There's my face.
Ghost's face is up there.
Is this on screen yet?
It's not on screen yet because the QR code's still there.
Oh.
Yeah.
And as you can see, you can take a photo as your profile picture. Half the reason
How do I use
that
my
we're
phone
only
for
opening this
Discord
to people we
and
might
scan the
know.
code?
Yep.
You can't. You can't do that. But you can go to, if you don't have a QR code reader, you can go to the website. There? Yeah, it's in the screenshot. But it's not a full thing, is it? Maybe.
Sorry, stream can't hear me. The website on the screenshot still use it. You still need to scan a QR code.
Ah, right, okay.
I
It just
appreciate
takes
the
you to a
amount of close-up
website.
photos people are throwing in here.
Yeah, lots of
Peter,
faces.
where are you?
Lots of faces. I'm floating around. I'm my parents' pussycat.
I see,
on the
I see.
table.
Very good.
Nice.
In a fat squat.
That's crazy. I'm my mother's daughter. Isn't that
There you go.
beautiful?
We should mention.
I see Liz Dahlia.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
You should mention it
Hi,
as
Liz.
well that
I see
there will be.
Nicrotex.
You are supposed to play this in the same room. So,
Oh, really?
So there's going to be like a 5-6 second delay for everyone playing from home,
Oh.
You know
which
what?
I think should be fun.
We did look at that in testing, and the games we played
it's fine.
didn't seem to rely so heavily on that timer. But you're gonna have to keep your the stream open so you can react to that, because
React.
the game doesn't happen in the phone. It's just the interface to interact.
The phone's a
with
controller.
yeah. We're waiting on 7, it says,
Oh,
and there's 43 in. So we might let these last
Network connection lost?
No, you're still in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stream Melodrum.
Stream Melodrum by Lord.
What up, nerds?
Hello, everyone. All right, I reckon we
Wait.
go for it.
Oh no, I lost it.
What?
This is so cute.
Scan it again. I'm still in. You
If
still in?
nothing else,
Hola.
this was adorable. Getting
Yeah.
everyone's little
Little
icons
faces
popping
on
in.
it.
Cute. It's
Which-
nice. Very cool. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very
Hugaholic.
cool,
We
very
can't tell.
nice.
There's a lot. We just see orbs floating around, which hopefully we'll see once we bring the game up.
Again, yeah, this is meant to be played in a large palatial dancing hall with a horse.
This is like
mascot.
after bingo, they boot this up on the projector.
Yeah.
In the
Play
church.
some
This is
more
what we're
bingo.
going to be playing in the retirement home when we're
Yeah.
all older. They'll be like, let's get
Yeah.
something retro out. Everyone get your QR codes ready.
I reckon we got to go for it.
Yeah,
You
sure.
reckon,
What
Steph?
do you reckon the waiting is?
I don't know if they're like booting in, or maybe they're putting in details.
That's
but-
how many people.
Censored me.
That's how many people are waiting and ready, Gus. That's
Say
how many
again?
people have joined. That's how many people have joined. They're waiting and ready.
Okay.
No, but that number is like, I feel like that's people still setting.
No,
their
but games,
account up,
please.
maybe? I don't know. Who knows? Anyway.
Well, I'm happy. All set 47, waiting for 8.
They might be putting
Details in?
their photo on.
Maybe.
That's what I was thinking.
And doing a
Yeah.
name.
10-second warning.
There
We're
we
going to
go.
go. Let's get to
9.
50. I want to
Yeah.
get to 50.
We're at 49
50,
in with 6 more to
49.
come.
44. Oh.
We're probably
That's
the
what you
first
meant.
group in Australia to actually get
Yeah,
more than
do
10 people to
this.
play this.
Yeah, we're testing the system.
It's going to crash straight away. But this was fun.
That's going to be amazing.
All
It's
right.
going to be amazing.
This was fun.
We're close.
Come
We're
on.
at 49 days
50.
50. Hit start.
Game on.
Hit start.
It's happening.
Nice.
Thank you to the other people.
6 people left. New players can also join partway through. Well, we won't.
Oh, right,
do-
okay.
I
Oh,
think
they
that's
can
it.
join
Start.
partway through.
They can via the
Okay,
Discord if they want, but yeah.
Keep slaying.
Turn
Keep
off your
serving.
sleep. Turn off automatic rotate.
Okay, I think I can put this up on screen. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on, give us one more.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
I'd say you could
You
now.
got rid of it.
You can do it now.
I want, did you read out all of those instructions? Because there was instructions there for everyone.
They were general phone
it's
instructions.
Oh my god,
Stuff.
look.
Here we go.
Oh, nice.
This is a freaking party.
You got 50 people.
Yeah.
50 switch.
Let's go.
Everybody, 50 switch.
Sick.
All right. I don't know what's going to happen.
right.
I'm your host.
I love the pictures.
60-minute party.
Oh, it's awesome seeing everyone's pictures in there.
Quiz party. Good to know. Just
20-minute
Let's do a 20-minute party because the games are different.
Yeah.
If this works really well,
We should do this every week.
We'll do this
Yeah,
every week.
that'd
I'll
be
put it
so
in the
much
rotation.
fun.
Wow, so optimistic before we started.
My GM gave it 4.
Five?
What do they know? Randomized.
Randomized. Yeah.
We're not choosing 50.
Let's get shuffling.
Okay.
All right. I'm on Team R.
Same.
Someone joined. We don't have a clean 50 anymore. I'm on R.
Oh.
Are you the only L?
You are.
Can you hold that up to your forehead?
L.
Oh, you can move to the. Oh, it's asking us to move to. No, we're not doing that.
L actually doesn't stand for loser. It stands for lovely. So.
Alright.
I heard that's true.
Yeah.
It's giving us a moment for everyone at home to move to the left
What
or
up,
right hand.
Ellas? What's going on?
Left or
No,
right
randomized.
Okay, as team
You just need
captain,
to check, yeah.
I
Oh, sorry,
say,
to the
let's
side.
freaking do this
Yeah.
shit. We're gonna win. We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna go bonkers and mad.
Team up.
God, it's an assault on my ears.
L, baby,
You're still
L.
in.
Woo.
I know, but I accidentally hit the QR code button and it brought up a menu.
All right.
Here we go.
This is nuts.
This is crazy.
Oh my god. All right.
L, more like W.
Amen. Team L, we're kind of like, we got the fattest asses and we're kind of like the coolest and like we smell really good and we have big brain IQ. I think one of you can probably knit. So I would say L's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, please not, please not statues.
UFOs is one of those.
Statues,
Oh, quiz show.
statues. UFOs suck. Ice cream polo would be fun.
Quiz show.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
That seems
Oh,
like it'll
slay.
work for. I think Ninja is like swipe and block with your phone all in real time. So
really?
I
Ninja,
would throw
Oh,
that
man.
shit across the room.
Totally.
That is
Ninja's gonna have a
hitting
7-second
someone.
delay.
I
and
proved
be a
that I don't know
mess.
how
Yeah.
to waggle or Joy-Con. That's for damn
All right,
sure.
press your go button.
Okay, go, 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 go. Sorry.
You gotta
Do you only have to press it once?
Wait, you're on the other team. Do your
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
To be disruptive.
Use your smart
Join.
All right, you gotta join. Remember to join the game.
Why would you not want to at this
All right,
point?
Slayers.
But there's
Let's
only
go
so many.
Ls.
There's only so many that can join
La
the team.
la la la. That's what we say when we're Ellas.
Muscle, muscle, whistle, thumb.
Try pressing the buttons for true and false answers.
Okay.
Okay, right.
All right.
So it's a little chuck your vote
Are we
in.
slaying Ellas? Are we slaying?
I'm ready.
Are we killing it?
L's for
There
the
you must
L.
Let's
Ready?
go L's.
L's for the L.
Can I get a la 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 in the
Avexia,
chat?
lagging there.
Can I get a la 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 in the chat? Let's go
I see some la la
Ellas.
la's in the
Yes.
chat,
Strong
please.
arm.
All right.
Score bonus if you answer within 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Oh god.
Give it all
Yeah, baby. La 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 la. Love it. We're slaying.
It's a great idea in Storm. We might do that.
Compared
In future.
to a tennis ball,
A
golf
Discord
ball
screen share.
is smaller.
Not working.
Feels like a softball.
You probably press, if it's
You've
got
already-
a little dot
you've already-
underneath.
You've already selected.
That's lit.
Yeah, it's lit. It's lit, mate. It's
Totes
lit.
lit.
It's totally lit.
Take the L. It's lit.
Is this
Yeah.
trivia or
Yeah.
like?
Yeah. How we
Just
go, Ellas?
facts.
How we go? Oh, I was the quickest.
You were so fast.
I was so slow.
I was second.
Because I know my balls.
And everyone else is 5 seconds
know my
later.
balls.
There's no way
And
anyone
I'm
else
confident
gets
about
it.
it.
Who got it wrong?
I know. It's.
Girls.
Yeah, but like,
girls,
chat
girls.
is
oh,
all
girls.
Got it
girls.
wrong for
Oh my
Nick.
god. Oh, Ellis, no.
Empod.
Oh no. Oh
Didn't
my
answer.
god.
Empod. Oh. You're on
Okay.
0. You're on 0. You gave first. You gave first, and the rest of your team took away all your points. All my friends are like,
Okay.
Next question.
Loses 2.
Guys, make sure you refresh your stream if you feel like you might be out of sync, because remember this is supposed to be like you're in
It's
the room with
okay.
us, so this is a Twitch stream delay.
You know what?
I
Just
got this one. I
because
think I panicked and I got this one wrong.
just because not all of us slayed,
was
it does
ticked.
not mean that we are not slayers. Ellas, you're doing great.
Damn, Ruby, you're so quick.
Ruby, I
Love
panicked.
you.
Ruby's so fast.
Love you still, even though that
Empod,
was
get it
kind
wrong.
of tragic.
Empod,
Oh,
get it wrong.
Ellas, we're rising up again.
Oh, wow.
Wilbo's in here. Wilbo's in here. Gus got
Oh my
negative 16
God.
points for the team.
The L girlies. yeah. Come on, Ella fellas.
Wait, why did I get-
Slay?
Paper covers rock. Paper covers
But why
rock.
did, but other people got it wrong. Why did I get minus 16?
Because you were one
Because
of the quickest answers.
you were wrong the fastest.
You were so confidently wrong. Which I think sums you up as a person.
so fast.
That's my title intro next week. Gus, wrong the fastest.
Oh.
Quick and wrong.
At least you got it out of the way.
I was like, the only one that loses is
Eating a meal, you'd use
rock.
a table.
Well, yes.
What the
yes.
I did
hit yes
too.
because you would.
I hit no because I was like, a fork.
Yeah, I don't know. You eat on a table.
I said yes too. Wait,
That's confusing.
That's confusing.
that's fun.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay.
You don't have to, I think you're probably right.
we
'Cause you
Ellie?
don't have to use a table.
Oh, we're
No,
slaying?
it was right. It was
shit.
right.
Oh, we're
Okay, good.
slaying? Slay,
You're so
slay.
fast.
Slay the day
A
away.
table
I
is
shouldn't
optional,
get
Whimsy
too
Bobbins.
confident.
It's
I'm
optional.
not going to get too confident.
What are you talking about? You're screaming to
Yes,
a
muscle.
background, being like you.
Yeah.
Yes,
there we
sick
go. See
name.
what
Minus
happens.
52.
Yes, sick name.
What the fuck?
Who?
Oh man.
Someone was so
I will
quick
coach you
and
through
so
Halo
wrong.
Infinite
And
any
that
day
was-
of the week.
How
Sick
does that
name,
happen?
my hero.
How?
Big hand to
You know what? Actually,
Wow.
actually, that's a slay because you were wrong so quickly that it went over the charts, and I actually think that's a slay.
You got first and right every time, and you lost.
Yeah. Well, okay. Look,
Brutal.
I'm okay with carrying.
Hard carry, yeah.
Because in a way, I like to consider that I am this big busty mother,
Yeah.
and then
And
these
then
are all
you're-
my little baby children.
You've got 49
I've got
suckling children.
Little Pikmin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm Olimar.
There's too much stimulus for me right now.
Let's go, Ellis. Slay. That was bad, but I'm so proud of you, and I love you so much.
L living up to the name. Living up to the name.
Okay, anyone on on L team can press a button right now to stop this. Please don't be ninjas.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah.
No.
I was
This
not
one's
good
so
there.
much
No.
Oh wait,
No, but we
this
know
is all
it now.
about timing.
We know it now.
Everyone at home is going to be out of
Everyone's
sync.
gonna. Okay.
Oh fuck.
But everyone at home will be equally out of sync.
Okay.
Not equally.
If you
Not equally.
Good luck, everyone. See you at the finish.
Yeah, this is all
Enable your
about
smart device sensor.
Enable sensor.
Enabling sensor.
I think I did it.
Team R, put your phones
Enable
down.
your
Good luck,
sensor.
everyone.
Don't play. Let
But
us in the room
Is
do
that
it.
gonna work?
I don't know.
Like,
Maybe.
I think.
But they might
This
be.
is going
They
to
might be out of sync
break.
enough that they're back in sync again. You know?
Maybe.
Okay.
Listen, even a broken clock is wrong is right twice a day.
Okay.
Join.
Just don't join. Leave it to us.
Tap to join.
Everyone's joining.
Don't
Now they
join.
gotta
Don't
join.
join.
They gotta join.
No,
Don't
keep
join,
joining.
leave us alone.
Keep joining.
I'm using
Let's all
tilt
play
controls.
together.
Don't join.
Yeah, we're strong.
I'm
We're
using
slay.
tilt controls. No, don't join. Not join.
Guys.
I'm using tilt controls.
Yeah.
Don't join. All right, here we fucking go.
All right, we ready?
Channeling positive energy.
Using my
Whoa.
What?
Oh wait, it's press buttons.
Oh, okay.
Follow my movement.
Oh no, you have to hold that when you're doing it.
Okay, that's saying everyone's getting it. Nintendo, you owe us for whatever this is.
We have to keep doing. We don't. I think once you've done it, you can stop, right?
I like doing that.
My movement.
I'm just gonna wait this one out.
Wow, we have to wait for everyone to get in
Come on,
time.
girls, let's do this. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. I'm helping.
Smart device.
I must.
Ah.
Oh,
Nice.
sideways.
You're so quickly in sync.
The fuck is this?
Hold your smart device.
Let's go, girls. Ba, 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 la, 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 la.
Chant louder, everybody.
Ah, ooh.
How are you typing? I want to type.
Ah, ooh, ah, ooh,
Phone
I
screen.
think only people that aren't playing this one are typing.
Okay, cool.
Positive energy.
Oh, I'm ready.
M-Pod.
Yeah, so
M-Pod's playing good.
I believe in you all. Yeah.
M-Pod through.
Fuck it up and down.
Okay.
What's happening?
Where it's happening? They're coming.
ah, ooh.
They're there in the
ah,
distance.
Ooh, ah,
Ooh.
ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
Oh, come on, baby.
Ooh, ah, ooh.
Come on, guys. Keep the beat.
Ooh, ah, ooh,
Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah.
Oh my god, the way it calls people out like that.
Ooh. Ah.
Oh fuck, greens!
Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh.
Wrecked out!
Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh.
I'm sorry.
No. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah.
Don't go backwards.
Come back.
Ah.
There's no fucking way this is working.
ah, ooh, ah.
Go! Yes! It's
No, that's the opposite team.
What the fuck? Here we go.
Side.
We're doing it.
Side.
Oh my god!
Side.
How else doing this?
Side.
How are you doing
Side. Let's fucking go, girls. Let's fucking go. Girls.
Come on!
We bobsleigh. And that's how the fucking girlies do it, bitch.
What the fuck? That's bullshit.
They did the in-out thing again.
Avexia first. Avexia carrying. Nice.
The teams are in and out and then
No.
We literally put the Ellen sleigh, Jeff. You are so right.
Holy shit, Avexia, what a gamer.
Oh my god.
That was incredible.
That was so funny.
Well done, Elle.
I felt the spirit of the Elle in my heart in that moment.
Once you guys actually started coming out of the ship, you didn't turn back once. You guys were down, out, left, and right. We were doing the little in-out, little just a coy little like.
Just peeking.
You know
my
what
God.
it was? I might be wrong. Like, girlies say, is it because I was doing the ooh-ah?
Yeah,
Was I
it totally
giving
was.
the
I
ooh-ah
lost it again.
sensation? Because
I reckon you were the la 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 ooh-ah sensation.
Amen.
Yeah.
You know?
What's the Kate McKinnon sketch? A couple of them were looking around the corner at me. Didn't seem totally legit. Have you?
How'd you disconnect?
I don't know, it just does.
Just open the browser back up.
I did, but I must have hit back or something.
I'm so
I don't
proud
know
of
that
you
you
all.
can do it now.
That was amazing.
Oh, it's the color
yeah,
one.
Just go to the
Oh,
Discord.
the color one.
Oh, no, yeah, you've got codes.
Okay, so we did a little test of this one before.
I forgot what it was.
This
Oh,
is one where
so cool.
everyone, we get shown a color, and it's your job with your camera to go and take a photo of something that matches that color. So we will see the photo
Ruby,
on screen.
You're not allowed to take a photograph of me. Everyone on my team is allowed to.
No, that's not fair.
Everyone on my team is allowed to photograph me.
That is not fair.
Whenever they want.
That's not fair.
But
Lesser of two evils, try your best. It's okay.
your photo will appear on screen.
Find and photograph the trending color.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So everyone playing at home, your picture will turn up on the screen. Please keep it PG.
Yeah.
Do not get us cancelled.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, TOS, please, TOS.
keep it PG.
TOS.
Keep it TOS.
No, you have to take a photo in the app.
Yeah.
Live.
Something.
So you'll use your phone's camera, and it'll
People
say
might run out of time on this.
it'll say
actually.
red, and you might see a red apple and be like
This was
perfect color
10
match.
seconds.
Yeah, we should be okay.
-7.
7?
Yeah.
Use
Yeah.
your smart devices to
Get some
join
colors
colors.
around you.
I'm
If
using
you've got a
camera
second
controls.
screen, look up that color.
It might be less. 7 is the worst. It could be less.
Yeah.
Okay,
We've
good
got
luck.
one remaining. Okay.
Okay.
We'll just
So
open
cool
the
for you to
camera.
sit out.
I'm
That's
using a
so
toaster.
fine.
If
You're gonna
not
watch.
shooting
That's
today,
a
I
sleigh.
expect
That's
you to
fine.
support the others. Before you start
I hope Raj isn't
snapping,
playing.
Let's run a
We got a
Good
few
point.
colorblind people in the crowd.
Make sure to
Shouts
enable your
out.
smart
Enable your
device
camera,
Allow.
Oh my god, that sound.
and then allow.
Okay.
The trending
Josh, you ready with
color.
the technical difficulty screen?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Set, darlings.
Oh yeah.
Let's do a little practice.
Oh, it's a
None of
practice
you
one.
are allowed to use that fucking
Saffron.
shit.
This is the trending color. Look around you for the color and snap a photo when you find it. Get the color in the circle, then snap.
The Pantone is slightly off, but it's like, I'll accept it.
It's like the orange thing was too orange, but the yellow thing under the light here was perfect.
Yeah, isn't that annoying? Maybe you should have taken a picture of something better.
The TV?
You can just photo the screen, says Loki Cat.
You can't.
No, you can't in
photo
the future
screen.
ones.
That was
Yeah,
practice.
that was practice.
Trending color.
Oh wait, oh shit, it's
Snap
purple.
your shot in 20 seconds or less.
20 seconds. That's heaps of time.
Ready? Snap. Three, two, one.
Come on.
Time's up.
You gotta be back on your seat.
Yeah, otherwise you can.
Okay.
Which
Alright.
snapshot
Very good.
is the cream of the crop?
Okay, do we get a who got best?
I reckon I nailed it. I reckon I nailed it.
It's getting.
I think it's only going to show the ones that were closest.
Okay,
Didn't take a photo.
That's fine.
Crap photos.
Come on.
Okay.
Awful photos. Just
Come on. Come on.
I like this.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, look at red.
Come on. Red back.
I haven't seen my name yet.
Weevils.
And John. Oh,
Steph?
steep second.
You cheated!
You cheated.
Pat Venus, come on.
Pat Venus with the cheating.
got that Pat Venus
Disqualified.
energy.
It's also on our team, so
Yeah, that rocks.
Cyan.
no screen cheat.
Okay, no cheating.
The time limit is the same as before. Ready, snap.
I can't even see where they all go. Oh my god, Peter.
How we doing tonight, folks? We feeling good?
3,
We having
2,
fun?
1.
Remember, at the end of the
Time's
day,
up.
games are for fun. Games, you have fun, you have a good time. I remember to be kind to each other. Remember to have fun playing games. I remember, I love you very much.
Peter actually
And,
went and changed
shouts
the
out to
color of
L.
the LED light to match the.
Are you serious?
That's such a like nerdy camera guy thing to do.
All right, who didn't take a photo?
I should have used your shirt.
Pat Venus didn't take a photo. Oh, that's pretty good.
Damn
Pat
it.
Venus said, I did my bit.
Yeah, Pat Venus is out.
Oh my god,
That
Steve,
rocks.
39th.
Oh boy, okay, here we go. Cool,
Red herring,
nice.
it is very much like that.
I came 19th.
I only came 10th.
Very nice. I wasn't looking at where I was.
There's Dahlia.
Liz, well done.
Huge points.
Slay.
Did you Google
Willow,
Cyan?
yes, a Saber. Fuck yeah.
No!
And Nicrotex. Nice. All right.
Nicrotex is the same thing as you, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Slayers.
All right.
Amazing.
Okay, one more. One more to go. Dark green.
Ooh. Get that cucumber
This
out.
a fabulous final color.
All right.
Ready, snap.
Everyone's taking
Three, 2, 1. Time's up.
Ooh.
Look at your final photos.
Oh. Gus, that's a zucchini. Did you say eggplant?
What?
Yay.
Yay.
Oof. Here we go.
GG, everyone.
NJ came first last time. Oh, third.
Wilbur, nice.
Oh my
NJ
god,
doesn't
Steph.
print
Pat Venus, 44. You're wearing green.
No, but this isn't the right shade.
Oh, sure.
In the right lighting, it could be.
23rd.
This
for
is
my
more.
bottle of wine.
23rd.
This is more of a blue green.
95.
Here we go.
I just missed me.
Here we
Okay.
go.
Okay, the final count.
Nicrotex good. Oh, wait,
it's
we
tight.
need all the
It's
top. No
tight.
Skirovic.
It's tight.
Oh,
Sickness.
Nice.
Oh.
Yes, Steve.
Wait, what is that?
Fuck yes.
What is, I think it's a
It's
leaf.
that
It's a
plant
plant.
over
It's a
there.
plant.
Two.
It's a plant.
Fuck, 95 points,
Oh, that's a good plant.
bitches.
Good plant.
Good.
I chose a
And-
specific leaf as well that matched
You guys
it.
won?
It's the freaking L girlies.
What?
The freaking Ellas.
Oh, congratulations.
Slay.
Well done.
We
well done.
are such a good team, and I love us so much.
Well carried.
You know what
Nice.
L stands for? Love.
L for love.
Because our team is full of love.
Right now, I imagine there's one person sitting in the stands at Fortress going, yay!
I was in this.
Team
I wonder if we're still on at Fortress. That was really
Why would they
random.
turn it off?
Yeah, why would
with
they? We're
content
still
like this.
going.
Okay, so the games we have are Color Shoot 2, Ninjas, UFO 2, or Ice Cream Parlor. Right team is pressing go, so... Well, it's happened.
Oh, Pat!
UFO
2, Pat! No!
Yeah, Pat Venus.
We'll never win this, Pat!
All right.
No.
All right.
The sequel.
Shit.
Are we
The
giving
sequel-
that sensation?
gosh.
The sequel no one asked
Are we getting
for.
ooh ooh ah ah?
This
Are we
is
getting ooh ee ooh ah ah ting tang walla walla
specific
bing
like
bang?
painful experience of watching those aliens go back up the beam.
Imagine that. Imagine trying to talk to aliens and they're like,
Imagine being the driver going,
Bye.
we
come
that's
in
what
peace,
happened.
we leave in peace.
You didn't want to go down.
Just a note, you don't have to join. You don't have to hit join now.
Alright. Join.
Everyone has to hit join.
Yeah, the alien pilot.
Everyone hit join.
How was it down there?
Let's
We didn't go down.
slay.
But you went down,
Everyone
you came back up.
join.
But you went down again. We came back up.
We came back up again. You, I mean,
Maybe
4 more
not.
of you should hit join.
Maybe it's not.
but
You know
don't
what? If
have
some
to
of you
hit
don't
join.
want to do it, that's okay. That's so fine.
You should definitely do
Sick
it.
Nate,
should
if you
only
could
join
join
if
for
you're
the L team,
Join on
that'd be
US
really
Melly.
helpful for the
And
R
that's
team.
Everyone stop talking. We're going to ooh-ah, and that is all we're going to say.
That's all we're going to do.
All we're going to ooh
Okay.
and ah. Ready?
Fellas, we're going to do what we're going to
Here
do.
we go.
They've got fewer players.
Positive energy.
The L's are 5 players shy of ours.
The host knew I was being negative. He goes, how about some positive energy? I'm like, shut the fuck up. Alright, I think I'm good.
Loving this. Loving this.
I got second in
Milk
one of
the cow?
bits. No, you didn't second. No one will remember. Oh.
Well, this has certainly been active.
Yeah, how's your synthetic hat?
Scarf rocks. I love my hat. Scarf rocks.
Okay, it's
Cut my
happening.
music.
Guys,
Cut my music.
Oh, we're saying goodbye to them. We're saying goodbye.
Oh,
They're leaving.
That's why it's a sequel.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Farewell. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah.
Sorry, Peter. Yes. Yes. We got it. We got it. Oh, come back. Oh.
Fuck off!
I can't hear anything but Ruby.
Go up the hole. Go up the hole.
Shut up, Ruby! Shut up, Ruby!
Yes! We're in the hole! We're in the hole! Oh, God.
Stop, Ruby! Ruby! Stop! You're out of time!
It's pooping!
Come on, Megaboss! No! Steph, you're at the top.
Down. Up. Down.
No, Peter.
Down. Up. Down. I'm wrong. Up. Down. Up.
Oh, just fuck off. Please piss off.
Down.
Please
Ruby,
leave.
Ruby, stop talking!
Up. Down.
Ruby,
up,
stop talking!
Down, up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up.
Fuck.
Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down.
Please,
up,
shut up.
Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up.
My arms are so sore.
Down. Up. Down.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down.
Yes, guys!
Why are they coming back?
Oh my God, they're coming back.
That's okay.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
You were out of time, so it was so distracting.
It was so bad.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh my God.
Pete can fit.
Oh no, you were making
Ruby
the
can
game
fit.
harder.
Oh shit.
I can fit.
Oh man.
I see. Will was first. Tied.
Yeah.
Wilbo was up there. Well
Yeah.
done.
Great job, guys. Even though we lost, that's okay. Yeah.
They come down as a little stream, like.
Do we feel wept out?
Funny.
It's really warm.
Oh my God.
Do we feel good?
The aircon's on. So
How's everyone's
feel
arms
good.
gonna be tomorrow? That's so funny.
Oh, little sore. Was it? Did you go to the gym
Oh my
yesterday?
God.
No.
One
I
remaining.
sent the aliens home.
Okay.
Oh, I did not like that at all.
Wow.
That was like,
It was worse. Somehow worse.
What
the
about
sequel?
Let's see if the game
Yeah.
offers us UFO 3, the trilogy. Please don't.
Is it still going?
It's going.
oh my God.
This is the last game. Last game.
I love
I feel like I just went
Okay, we
fucking
need ice
crazy.
cream parlor.
What was that?
I feel like I went a little bit insane.
Yeah, it was maddening. It was absolutely maddening.
Please, I haven't recovered.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like a
reset.
weird waterboarding torture.
Yeah.
Guys, ice cream parlor, no squats, no ninja.
Oh, okay, cool.
UFO 3, UFO in Europe.
Oh shit. No.
Oh no, hang on, Ruby's one's disconnected. You could use, hang on.
If you go to the Discord, you can use the same code.
Yeah, don't
Here,
press
can I
A
bring
yet.
up Discord on mine?
Oh, you just disconnect? No, you can connect via the it's in the app. It's in the app.
It's in the app?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
true.
Oh.
But take a
Just can
photo
just
of.
bring up a code.
Yeah, here we go.
It's not even letting me.
Oh.
You'll need to take the customer's orders.
Yeah, like I
Just
can't.
use
Don't
your
get
go to
the
your
number
camera.
of scoops
Okay.
wrong.
It's all good. We need to note the number of scoops, guys.
Okay.
Note the number of
Use
scoops,
your
guys.
smart device to join if you'll be working today's shift.
Not everyone on L hit join.
Everyone.
No more. Ruby?
Ruby just joined.
You joined?
And I
She's in.
freaking joined. That was so
Nice.
scary.
Oh,
That was
okay.
so scary, but I'm back.
Okay, now you can join. Everyone can join.
Everybody join.
It's so scary.
So we're gonna watch kids get ice cream, and we have to put the number of the scoops we think they bought or ordered.
Okay.
It's
We're
a memory
listening?
game.
So it's a memory game.
To join.
Okay.
If you're not working, cheer the
I'm not
others
good at
on.
memory games.
These are the groups for this shift. I hope you're ready to scoop till you droop.
That's not a thing.
Leaders, raise your hands so your
Mac
group,
and Dagda.
Who ice cream? Nice.
group members.
Your leader is Pierre.
I'm the
Find
leader.
your leader and gather round.
How does this
Mac,
work?
I'm right there with you.
Wait,
Gather around me.
Do you need to be in the same room?
maybe.
I think so.
Let's find out.
Mac and Dagda, just tell me
All
in
right,
chat.
drunk panda. Somehow you're gonna let me know
Hey.
what's going on.
You're my leader.
I'm the leader.
Ooh.
Oh, members, I'm over here. Come to me.
Mac and Dagda, just tell
Oh,
me the number
God.
in chat, and I think that's how it works.
And we're traveling, and we're moving. This group.
Hopefully this is just a timer thing and not
Okay.
a geolocation thing.
Hey.
What's wrong?
Drunk panda, where are
No,
you?
you just. I think we're
I'm
just
so
waiting.
sorry, everyone.
Find your leader and gather round. I'm like,
Is it
up.
waiting for us to physically be next to each other? Surely not.
Surely not.
Are you-
Surely it's
hang
giving
on,
us time.
I'm waiting to be near Peter. So what?
Done.
There's no way it's that specific.
Wait,
No.
you're the leader, right? Does
no,
it have
but
a button
only of
there?
Gus. Apparently,
of
I don't
Gus?
know. I don't know who
What
else.
else could it be waiting for?
Other people to click join.
Edo Online says leaders have to hit ready. I can't
Right.
click
So
ready.
there'll be other leaders at
Please,
home
Drunk
who are.
Panda.
There'll be other leaders who need to click ready potentially.
Potentially.
So everyone who's a leader on your phone, click join or ready or whatever button you got, Pete.
I don't think I got a button, but I may have. Oh.
Okay.
Nicrotex got prompted to hit ready as a leader, so
Okay,
it
yeah,
means
cool.
there's potentially someone out there who is.
Mac and Dagda says my group is all here.
Who is drunk
Who is
panda?
Drunk Panda?
That's our leader.
Are
here
we
we
all
go.
set? Sure. Yes.
Here's today's menu.
Okay.
Peter, I'm
Oh,
taking
God.
notes.
Why am I
So
drawing?
you know how
Yep.
many scoops you need of each flavor.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do a practice run.
Oh fuck. You do
Sure.
the left column. I do the right.
Like some yummy ice cream, please. Blueberry. Blueberry. Lemon swirl. Caramel. Orange swirl. That's all.
Okay.
What the fuck just happened?
Alrighty. How many scoops of blueberry were ordered? The answer is 2.
Okay.
Well, did you note down the orders properly?
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
then.
This is how we're gonna do
Practice
it
notes will
because
be
we're in the same
deleted.
room. We can do it. You're gonna do left column. I'm gonna do right column, and just
Decide who will be in charge.
then how do we
of
submit the
writing
answer?
number of
What, are you
orders for
submitting
each
something?
flavor
I didn't
on
have to
today's
then.
menu.
oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do left, you do right.
Is it just Mac and Dagda submitting the
I'm
answer?
not even writing them down. I'm just gonna do 5 lines, right? 5 spaces and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
columns in there.
What are we waiting for?
I don't know.
Mac and
We're
Dagda.
waiting for Mac and Dagda.
Opening time.
Okay.
Okay.
We gotta listen to this little fucking kid.
Okay. Can we turn
Oh my
up the
god,
game a
holy
little
shit,
bit?
there's a swarm of them.
If we could turn the game up a little bit.
Customers.
We want ice
Ooh.
cream.
Ah.
Strawberry.
Chocolate. Caramel. Chocolate.
Blueberry.
Chocolate vanilla swirl. Lemon swirl.
Nah.
Raspberry.
I didn't write that
Caramel.
down.
Orange swirl. Raspberry. Chocolate.
Chocolate vanilla swirl.
Come on.
I should have written down the ice cream flavors. I just put numbers.
Orange swirl.
Raspberry. Chocolate vanilla swirl.
Bluey. Now I'm
Mocha.
gone.
That's all.
What the fuck?
So everyone's supposed to take flavor.
Should have written the actual flavors.
Draw a penis. You drew a penis. Nice.
How many scoops were ordered?
Mac and Dagda, I can't help you. I'm so sorry.
I don't know. In total?
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, raspberry. No, I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't.
No
I'm
fucking
guessing.
clue.
I know now I know how we should have played it.
Well, we should have just known what
Drunk
the
Panda?
columns
I
were.
thought
Drunk Panda?
I thought that chart would have stayed up.
Me too.
And so I just
help
wrote
me.
1 to 5. And I was like,
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right.
I had a system when there were like
Here are
three
the
options.
answers.
it was 3. I guessed.
Good job.
Wow.
I'm so
Enthusiasm falls a
confused.
little when it's not
Good
aliens.
Yeah.
Devo.
Els is still taking the lead though.
Oh yeah, you're in the
Okay, next
okay.
question.
Clear
How
the
many
board.
scoops were ordered?
Gesundheit. I'd say, Peter, I'm gonna write 7. Pete said,
I don't see your penis. 14. I heard lemon swirl a bit, but I heard it like
But
4 or 5 times.
I thought it was,
Sound
there was
you
like a
reckon? What did you
chocolate
submit?
lemon swirl.
4.
Yeah, chocolate vanilla swirl.
oh, I thought it was in total.
No.
Oh god.
Here's the answer.
Okay, good.
One
good
lemon
try,
swirl? I
Drunk
thought I heard lemon
Panda.
swirl, but I must have heard chocolate vanilla swirl.
Chocolate vanilla swirl, yeah.
Mac and Dagda, yes. Oh.
Mac and Dagda, nice one.
B Mac, yeah, it's nice.
Oh, I didn't realize we're still in our teams. But that's okay.
No idea.
Hey, slay. Slay L. L slay.
No idea.
L slay. L slay. We're doing so good.
On the Ule.
As long as you work together in your teams of us.
Oh, this is 2 flavors. So
two.
combination of chocolate
Oh,
as well.
maths. Bit of maths.
I've no
Is what
fucking
I
idea.
think.
I drew a penis.
That's what I think. I might be wrong. That's what I heard. I missed a few as well.
I have no
But
idea.
L team,
Mac and Dagda, I'm so
wherever
sorry. I
you
cannot
are,
help you.
I believe in you, and I believe that you will slay. I might have been wrong.
And I believe that you will slay.
Oh, nice.
I got it right. And you know what? My team believed in me.
God
Thank you,
damn
Drunk
it.
Panda. That's my leader right
we came
there.
second?
That's my freaking leader.
I was just
Everyone
quick- I
else
was-
was incorrect.
I was
Everyone
quickest to
else
get it
was wrong except for
I was
me,
quickest
and
to get it
I
wrong.
literally said I was wrong. But you know what? My leader
Doesn't
Drunk
matter.
Panda believed in me. That's
How many
slay.
orders were there?
Wow,
penis is getting bigger.
you've really turned that penis into a work of art.
Thank you.
Wow, that's beautiful.
How many strawberry were there?
Rocket.
How many strawberry were there?
3. I think 3. Slayers, we're gonna go. We don't have to go with 3, but I'm pretty sure it was 3.
Tells me.
Yeah.
Son
There
of
were
a
2
bitch.
strawberry. That's 2 vanilla, and you said there were 3.
Yeah.
If I got it wrong, that's.
Oh no, you said there were 5
I'm
total,
sorry,
but I was like, there's no way there were 5
but I'm pretty sure.
So
I love
went
that
for
I
5.
said, Pete's like, how many? I'm like 4. And I'm like, just look back down and goes,
Yeah.
Peter answered 5. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, how we go? Oh, Drunk Panda, thank you. That's
were
my
2
leader.
vanilla. That's all
how
I
we
knew.
go? How we go, Slayers?
Snail, nice. Mac and Dagda,
Nice.
Oh, L's all over the
right
place,
there.
man.
That's trust
First,
right
incorrect. Us.
there. Love yous.
Our system fell
Doing
apart.
great.
Yeah.
We had a system?
Well, we had half a
Last
system.
question.
Okay, last
Barely
question.
even.
How many scoops were ordered for all flavors put together?
That was my
okay.
14. I would like to play this one again directly after. Sure, why not? Like, I now
think
know
it's
what
18,
to, like how to
'cause I
play
think
it.
I
Nah,
missed 2.
it's a snore. I would play the photo one again in a heartbeat.
That was good. That was good.
Because I'm pretty
And
sure I
it's
missed
creative,
getting
you
down
know?
2.
Which
So
one?
I think it was
The
18.
photo one.
The photo one's good. The photo one's good.
Because I counted 16 on mine, but then I think I missed 2.
Hijacking
so
to speak to
18.
one person directly.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
because
I think
it's
you're fine.
teams. So like,
Of you and one person.
She's like, you, look into the screen
Oh,
right now and look
20 was
into
a
my
lot.
eyes.
oh,
Mac and Dagda
I'm
got
so
20.
sorry. I'm dummy.
Did Mac and Dagda put 20?
I think Mac and Dagda
Mac
got
and
it
Dagda did.
right.
Oh,
Thank
pushes
you,
back those
Snail.
points.
Slay.
Well done,
Wow.
Snail.
Mac and Dagda almost got us the win there.
Creeping back.
You know what they call a
100
snail
points.
slay? A snay.
Snay.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're the winners.
You're the winner.
You're the winner.
I think that is that team L win?
L snail.
Yep, that was the tiebreaker.
Snail.
That was a tiebreaker.
Strawberry, chocolate, caramel, chocolate,
Yeah, skip that shit. Skip that.
Skip
I
that.
am so proud. Oh!
That's
There better be
folks.
a weird
The
horse
final
winning
game is over.
ceremony.
Yeah.
Here are the results.
Horse winning ceremony.
The L's take the W.
Well done.
The L's
Bravo.
take the W,
Smash it.
baby. Oh my god, thank you so much.
You win the horse head.
You win the horse head. It's even more of an honor
Put it
to
over the
win.
top of the hat.
I love you all so much. I couldn't have done it without you guys. We couldn't have done it without us. And at the end of the day,
Here we go.
MVP vote. MVP.
The best one.
To vote
Ooh,
for
that's
the
hard.
person you think
Okay.
worked the hardest. Voting. Start.
I mean, Ruby's definitely winning the L team MVP.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
There's
let's
no
see.
way.
Let's see. Who did
Remember,
the best
the
here?
person who worked hardest isn't necessarily
MVP
the
from
person who
our
did the best.
team.
You could also
I think we have
Honest
it's
all.
everyone.
someone
Yeah.
else, like
I'm gonna
the person who
do,
looked like they were having the most fun.
This Gus guy looks like
My money's still on Ruby.
I'm choosing Mac
The
and
person
Dagda
who
for
got the most
like
laughs
trying
might be a
to
good
to
choice,
rein
too.
in the organized chaos of that last.
That was good. I'm
So
gonna
Wilbo
go.
for-
I'm gonna go M pod for the mad throw in round one.
Wilbo for a
Mad
lightsaber.
Great.
A lightsaber photo
Wilbur,
shot.
yeah,
feel
for the, Wilbur
this
for the lightsaber
team
was good.
Was
It's almost
amazing.
time to close the
They
I'm
were
so
amazing.
proud of my team. I really felt the love as well.
Like
Here it is.
fishing for votes there, maybe.
This is a team that pretty much everybody's already voted.
Now for the
So
results.
I'm just here to say, shouts out. You know,
For whoever they might be relevant
The
for.
most
Yeah.
valuable player is
Who's the buff icon?
this person.
oh, that's really cute.
Amazing.
I love you guys.
Oh, click, clap.
Big L, big Ellas. We're Elling Ellas. I took a little
Turn
picture.
those L's upside down. Oh, I can clap.
The
You can
Ellas
clap.
are Elling.
Clapping.
Clap,
Ella,
clap, clap.
Ella. Clap, clap, clap,
Bravo.
clap, 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 clap.
All right, we're gonna go to an ad break, and we'll be back with more Back Pocket after this.
Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh.
It's all right. Daddy's here.
So you're clicking, you're browsing, you're looking for something new to play this week, and then you remember the Back Pocket game plan. Move platforms with telekinesis as you run and gun through this new PSVR 2 platformer, Synapse. It uses the headset's eye tracking feature to augment targeting, which is pretty fancy. Can it track this? Probably not. Branching narratives and branching beasts in this turn-based RPG Alterium Shift. Beloved retro platformer Gimmick bounces into the present with Gimmick Special Edition. What do we think Gimmick is exactly? Kirby's weird cousin? I'm still recovering from the revelation that Grimace is apparently a chicken nugget. New Heights is a realistic climbing and bouldering game made by real climbers. Mark Serrels must be frothing. The Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie is a 2020 JRPG that's finally making its way into the West. Guilt, with a Y, is a dark narrative-heavy adventure game. And it was one of the very, very, very few games developed exclusively for the Deadest of the Dead platforms, Google Stadia, RIP. Silver lining, now it's on everything, so you can take your guilt with you everywhere. How about it? Any of these excite you? Then drop a comment. Right, drop the letters in the box, kids. Yeah.
Meet Nathan Rohner, a mild-mannered game dev and VR enthusiast. But a freak jewel-severed foot accident has given him hot tub cars for feet and turned him into Roller Star. By day, Nathan must deal with the ever-crushing burden of being a brilliant indie game developer. But when the evil Dr. Pocket decides to steal all his money and not make his custom Patreon commercial for 6 months, you must use Roller Star's flowing locks of customer loyalty to smack that pocket back into place.
Patreon? More like Patreoff.
And after a hard day of crowdfunding injustice, Roller Star sloshes into the pants of his lovers with his sexy jewel jet hot tub feet. And when it comes to cruising for a feed, Roller Star rolls right into the thick of it. Hungarian slop doesn't stand a chance with Roller Star's high-powered hot tub boost, leaping over the Central European cuisine with ease. don't worry, kids. He washes up real good. Roller Star. Roller Star comes with everything you see here, plus everything you don't, including billions of hot tub-borne diseases.
Welcome back to the show.
back.
Oh man, it's Jep doing it wrong, playing the game so bad. I would rather play that than
Ooh,
But like, were they better than us at MassFest Logistics when we played?
That's a good point. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
It is,
We saw
pretty
words
bad.
from our sponsors then from McSquirty and it's Jep. Is that a playable game?
We would really like to
Yeah,
know.
if you can
Yeah,
send
like
us a
if-
build that kind of works, we'd play it.
For sure we'd play it. And we'd play it as wrong as you played it. For the lulz. We also saw an ad there for Roller Star.
Roller Star.
If you subscribe at a certain tier on Patreon, we will make you an ad just like that one.
And we owe a few ads, but we are back in the process of creating them after a bit of a busy period. And we did a few at the start of the year, but Ruby has written her first one. It's
I've
a
written
corker.
one. I've
So-
written one. And let me just say, that shit's funny.
If you thought the Roller Star one was unhinged, wait till you see a Ruby ad.
Yeah, that shit's kind of funny though.
Yeah, I love them. I think there's some of the weirdest but most awesome things that I think we put production power behind. So I love that. We also saw an ad there for the game plan, which is a little social video we put out each week, letting you know which games are coming out for the week. Grimace apparently a taste bud, not a chicken nugget. Got that wrong.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were discussing that, but like it was
So
one of
it's
those
like,
things.
why is he purple?
I think they just came out and said like, oh, the original inventor of Grimace said should be
Purple is closer to tongue than chicken nugget.
Some
But it's
dogs
also
have
this heaps gross.
purple tongue.
Dogs have purple
A
tongue?
Some dogs
singular
have purple
taste
tongue.
bud, and you've modeled a whole creature after that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Sounds lazy. Sounds like phoning it in. It's like
But
what is he?
Can you imagine
pocket?
Grimace in your mouth?
Yeah, it sounds retconned, doesn't it?
With denim?
I don't know that I want to.
I'm thinking about Grimace in my
Sounds
mouth.
lazy.
That's all I'm thinking about now.
I'm thinking about Grimace in my mouth.
Okay.
That one just slid right through.
The
And
game
it
plan
stinks. Yeah. You got
The
it.
game plan also is sponsored by Timothy, one of our incredible Patreon supporters. And the thing that we're doing right now is we're just talking about a famous Timothy in honor of our incredible patron, Timothy. And this week, I'm going to shout out Timothy Oliphant.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah,
Yay.
who's got a name
Love
that I love
him.
to say. And I went looking for information about Timothy Oliphant, who is a American actor most known for his riveting portrayal of Sheriff Seth Bullock on HBO's hit drama Deadwood.
Still need to watch that.
He rocks.
But then I found this incredible fact sheet from looper.com, which is just written so beautifully. What's interesting about Timothy Oliphant, though, is the different ways in which he likes to channel his artistic spirit. Oliphant is fascinated by the breadth of modern cereal choices, an ever-widening aesthetic wonderland. He also makes oatmeal in his rice cooker, which is creative in its own right. Instant oatmeal, he counsels, is no way to live your life. Whatever his way of living life is, the breakfast connoisseur seems to be onto something.
I love that. That gives like the same vibe as like
Timothy Omelette de Font.
being like really
Didn't quite
Instant
land.
oatmeal, he counsels.
It gives the vibe of being really into all day breakfast at
I
McDonald's.
just remember him as the guy who's not the guy in Transformers that I mix him up with, who's married
That
to
is
Fergie.
Josh Duhamel.
I get him mixed up all the time.
I wonder if that was written by AI. I'm so sus on everything
That
now.
does feel like
it
it was
feels like
written
that
by
was written by
Started our
AI.
show. God damn you.
Like the start of our show.
Oh, look, that was quality
You're
content.
putting writers out of business.
You're going to
aka
shame
you.
that after the last segment we just did. That was organised content. Whatever the last thing was chaos. But thank you to Timothy.
Amazing.
And Jay with the brutal news that Josh Duhamel and Fergie are no longer together.
Sad. That's breaking news.
That's been-
Fergie
That's
divorced.
breaking.
They broke up ages ago.
Divorced.
Oh,
Years.
it's
But it's
before the
breaking news.
milkshake song?
It's... What?
Several
Fergie's on the voice of the yard?
several
That's not
years.
her.
That
Is that
is
not
Khalees.
Fergie?
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's Khalees.
that's not
But you're
Khalees.
thinking
different
of
woman.
a similar...
Black Eyed Peas?
You're thinking of a similar
was in
Fergie
Black Eyed
song that
Peas?
references
She
like
was in Black Eyed
desserts
Peas.
or something.
Are you thinking
Humps.
Fergalicious?
Lovely Lady Lumps?
No,
Lumps.
Fergalicious.
Lumps. Fergalicious Lumps.
I don't know any of
Fergalicious
these songs.
Definition.
I
make your
know
voice
I
go
can
loco.
reference them very
Thank you to
loosely.
Timothy.
You want the
The song-
treasure,
the
so
so-
he
the
gets
song
the
is-
pleasures from my cocoa. I ain't easy. I ain't sleep. Sorry, go on.
Oh, no, I was just going to say the song
is
is
all
not
my fault.
lumps. The song is humps.
Lumps?
Someone said, I mean, they do say lovely lady lumps, but
She does-
the
yeah.
song is humps.
The song is Humps, yeah.
She's got lovely...
But Lumps does rhyme with Humps, so she uses it in the lyrics.
Yeah.
And you know what's meant to be looked at?
This is going well.
The next
All right.
segment.
Yeah.
Yes, the next segment is the game of life.
Nice.
Oh, we haven't seen this in this title card in a while.
It's
So
been a while.
cute. So heteronormative.
I'm the baby.
I'm the baby. And the game of life is sponsored by Nicrotex. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Nicrotex, for being one of our beloved patrons. Every week for Nicrotex, we read out one of his tweets. And this week, I have a tweet for you in which Nicrotex throws shade
Should we do a thread?
at the music choices in the Mario movie.
Oh, fuck yes. Oh, yeah, I'm all on board with this.
Yeah,
Fucking-
I thought you might
fucking
be.
Give me the
Get
shade.
behind this.
Give me the shade.
Nick says,
Give me the
okay,
shade.
since they ruined the Mario movie with licensed music, how will they ruin the Zelda film? Imagine Link gets to Goron City and you just hear the opening slaps of We Will Rock You.
No!
Or the Gerudo boss fight is to Darude Sandstorm.
Okay, maybe.
Sidon walks out to TLC's Waterfalls.
That rocks.
Yes!
That
I mean, no.
rocks.
No.
Actually, no. I'm gonna go complete opposite. I think the entire soundtrack should be done by 100 Gex. And that's my opinion.
Is that a band?
Just stick to
yeah.
No,
the
it's a
rivers
person.
and the lakes
It's
that
two
you
people.
used
It's a
to.
person.
It's
Like ZZ
100
Top.
Gex.
Yeah.
Like,
Please, Mr. Gex is my father. Call me 100.
It's so gonna...
Amazing. That would be pretty funny.
That would be sad. But
Yeah.
There are the two Gex fans in the chat.
they're-
baby.
I love that Sandstorm was the one that got you. You're like, no. Oh.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I could get behind that. But done on acoustic guitar, like the Gerudo Valley theme. Oh, that'd be sick. I think I've heard that. I have heard that. I'm gonna find it.
Acoustic guitar version of Sandstorm?
Sandstorm. I heard it yesterday. I'll find it for Posha.
I also want some like Gregorian chanting.
I also for post show,
Yeah.
let's just do a music-y post show.
Penis on screen.
No, the
That's
album Californication done with the sounds from the Donkey Kong Country 2 game. So it's
that a thing?
Yeah, it's the entire album done with
Like,
Oh my god, that's such a
Fuck
good
yes.
idea.
it's fucking amazing.
I want to
Amazing.
show Gus a 100 Gex song in the post show.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just gonna
you
put
really
ear-
should.
Earphones in, and you're gonna listen to it, and you're gonna get so
I'm
scared.
gonna feel so old.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've tried.
Yeah.
It's not my cup of tea.
Right.
All right, the Game of
interesting.
Life.
Yeah, let's do it.
Game of Life is a segment where we like to give you a nice, wholesome life tip that kind of can improve your life outside of video games. Not to say the video games making your life worse, but we all get super into them sometimes, and so this is about balance. And I think it's nice. I think it's nice that we kind of like share something about our lives that
Oh,
is
shit,
making
my
them
thing
better.
is very much about gaming.
Oh.
That's the whole point of this segment.
And really quick, once again, let's say hi, Fortress. Because we're still there.
This is a gaming segment.
Hello.
It can be gaming adjacent.
Somebody put our channel on and then just walked away.
And then just left.
And then somebody is going to get fired.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Fortress.
Hope you're having fun. We
yeah, so
are.
Game of Life. A little bit of advice. Who wants to start? Anyone?
Gus has a corker.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have a corker in the sense that I have one that really fits this trend of what Game of Life is, which is
Okay.
it's like a humdrum bit of advice / just an excuse to talk about my air fryer. Yes, I finally went and
gosh.
bought an air fryer. I think you should do the same thing because everyone is right when they talk about them actually being really, really amazing. But
My barrier with these is they're so
size, Let's
Yes.
get to that.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
get to that. We've
There's
got a
an
few
answer for
things to talk
everything.
about here. First of all,
Are you part of that?
let's talk about
Okay.
that. Let me get my spiel out.
Okay,
then
get it out.
And then I'm going to field
Get it out,
questions.
girl.
Yeah.
Talk your shit.
I have an oven, so I thought, why do I need an air fryer? But the time I save, the cleaning, you know the thing people do with like, and it's easy to clean. Like everything that says that isn't actually that easy to clean. Air fryer, fucking easiest thing I've ever cleaned before. The speed in which I can cook things, that's all I had.
Like apparently you can cook a steak in there.
I haven't tried that just yet.
Are you part of any air frying
Facebook groups.
Not Facebook groups, but I have
Because you need
I have
to.
trawled through YouTube for numerous
Is it a meme?
accounts that
It's
have.
a meme.
Is it?
So
Oh,
people,
okay.
there are like quite a few Facebook groups that are, you know, for air frying appreciators,
Mm-hmm.
the air fryer enjoyers, and they are like under the true impression that you can cook anything. in
See,
an
I
air
don't agree with
fryer.
that, and so I bought this with the intention
I've
of
seen
cooking.
the yuckiest fucking meals in my entire life
They
in
would
air
be.
fryers.
I did a couple of things. First thing was I saw a TikTok or about a meal that I wanted to cook that was in an air fryer. That was spicy salmon bites. It was taking a fillet of salmon, which I cook often, and cutting it up into cubes, and then throwing that in, and then putting that on like rice with greens. And it just looked amazing the way they like did the thing at the start. I was like, I want to just have that one meal, even if it costs me a whole air fryer that I throw it afterwards. I want salmon that I can do that with, and it all just turns into flaky salmon. So I did
That's
that
what
one meal.
happens to salmon when you cook it.
Yeah,
But you can overcook it, and pan frying is a lot of oil. Oven baking, I don't clean my oven. Anyway, so I wanted to make that meal. Second thing I did,
Okay.
measured
Second
out
thing.
the space. Looked at this
Right.
where I was going to put
Oh.
it first. Didn't come home with a fucking clunky appliance and go, I guess this has to live somewhere. I made a space for it before I went and bought
Interesting.
it. Third thing I did, or fourth if you're playing at home, I don't really remember where I'm up to, is I shopped around and made sure I found one that was the right size for me because they do come in multiple sizes. And I bought a Philips, not that I'm sponsored, happy to be sponsored, 0.8 litre.
One salmon fillet size.
You can get a small one.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
small one is still has a lot of space in it. And I can do two
But the
fish
drawer
fillets.
is tiny.
The drawer is tiny. Well, the drawer is smaller, but I still did two fish fillets in it and then did like 2 potatoes and a whole 2 handfuls of greens, which was easily 2 people.
At once?
No, I did the
What was the total cooking time?
7 minutes for the fish, took it out, put it under a little bit of foil to keep it warm, and then did all the greens and potatoes at the same time, and they would have been about 6 minutes, and they were done.
It's pretty good. Cool.
It's really good. It keeps everything hot. The thing I suck at cooking is keeping everything warm. I can cook one thing really well, and everything else is cold.
It takes less than 7 minutes to cook salmon in a pan.
I'm sorry to point this out. but
Please.
What happens if there's 2 people?
Well, I did that. I cooked the 2 fish fillets.
Oh, this is okay.
Yeah, I cooked for 2.
Okay.
All right.
I ate for 2. No. And I would say the one I got, which was the smaller one, white rose gold handle, non-offensive to the rest of the kitchen appliances. Not a big like black chunk of plastic in the corner.
I have the big black chunk of plastic one.
Of course you do, Josh. Whole
What do
bag
you
of
what do you
McCain's
cook in your
chips
what do you
in
cook
there.
in your air fryer, Josh?
Mostly like chips and like anything that you would normally oven bake, like fish and chips, or I've done sausage rolls in it.
So
like
the thing is,
frozen
and
sausage rolls.
Josh,
Yeah,
back me
okay.
up because I haven't done it yet. It seems like you can't really fuck up the cooking in it. You
No,
can burn
you
stuff
can.
in an
You
oven.
can definitely burn. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm yet to, but it feels a little more forgiving on the burning front. And also, when you open an oven, all the heat disappears, and I check on shit way too much. Cakes, things in any. I check on them all
I
the time.
assume it doesn't require preheating.
Well, barely, like a minute.
It takes like 20 seconds.
20
to
seconds
heat
to
up.
heat
It's
up.
crazy.
Also, you can check on it and shake it around like fucking crazy, and it just stays so hot. So you don't lose all the heat and fuck up the thing you were cooking. You can fiddle, and I like to fiddle when I cook, and check on things, like check on it constantly. Anyway,
So you're a multitasker.
and now the best thing to do is I've started with those like classier
you.
meals.
Yeah.
I've started with
You know
like
what? Getting everything done in one night.
I
How
started
else do you make a bechamel?
right.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
I've started with the slightly more grown-up meals and the like cube salmon that's like marinated
pretty
in.
grown
You've gone
up,
backwards
isn't
to the chicken nuggets.
Then what you do, go spoil yourself, go to the freezer section, go buy like the breaded chicken wings, throw them in, like 6 minutes, KFC.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yep.
insane. It's so good. It's so, and no oil, it's so crispy. It is
No
literally
oil? I thought you put oil in there.
Nah, none. That's the
Well,
point.
usually the stuff you put in there has oil in it.
Yeah.
have to
You're
bring
cooking
it
the
in
oil
some-
and
But
the fat
often
and
the thing has
in
fat
there,
that it
yeah.
renders as
Yeah.
well. Chicken wings, all that, you throw them in, there's fat in the skin that renders and makes it crispy without it all. Like, the ovens
I
are
want
just
a
too big.
blind taste test of a piece of chicken
Let's
cooked
do
in
it.
an
Yeah,
oven
bring
and a
your air
piece of
fryer.
chicken cooked in an
I'll
air
do it.
fryer, and I
I'll do
want to
it.
know
Come
if it's
around.
like, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Is it too big to bring to the?
And we'll
just do it
film
here.
it and
Are
we'll
we
put
all
it on
coming over?
TikTok.
Sure.
Okay.
Blind
He's brought in
tasting
his
at my
coffee
house.
machine before. Why not the air fryer?
Damn right, damn right. So I'm a convert when it comes to the air fryer. But I do think make space for it in your life before you go and
They've
purchase
come
it.
down in price a bit too, I think.
$90 I bought mine for.
Whoa!
It's $120 at JB Hi-Fi, and they price match Amazon. And so I went in there and was like,
God.
there you go,
We're
price
gonna
match
have
that.
We're gonna have a
$90.
Nigella Lawson moment. We're gonna be cooking in the
That's so fucking
freaking
funny.
show.
I went in there, I was like, match this. And they're like,
Amazon will price match.
and they're like, I'm working on a Sunday. I was like, okay. then.
Aussie Manny paid too much.
Paid too much. I got my content ripped off.
Oh, that's so
Anyway,
funny.
I like them.
I want to have a little rant about price matching for just half a second.
Sure. Okay.
Because when I went to buy these, they were
the
the
pads.
tablets that we got. They were like $100 or something. I can't remember. But in store they were $115 each, and I was like, I went into my local store that was selling them. I was like, if you can match these, I'll buy them right now. And they were like, oh, we don't price match with online. And I was like, why not? And they were like, oh, because of the convenience of you being here and getting it. It's inconvenient for you to have to order them online. And I stood there in front of him and I just went, buy. And I was like, okay. I'll buy them from your competitor right now.
The only thing I ran into was them saying we only price match.
It was like
Was that at JB?
no, it was at a Big W.
Okay, big,
yeah.
big W, Molly, big L.
Yeah,
Sad. And not us.
Big L. Big
The
L.
thing is, at JB, we didn't for the longest time, but it wasn't until
Price match at
Amazon. We didn't price match with Amazon.
It was we. Oh, you were JB,
JB.
as well? Oh, right.
So I was at JB for about
Yeah,
3-4 years.
Yeah, right. What'd you
that
steal
was-
from them? Another time.
Nothing.
It's okay.
No, nothing. I didn't.
Save it for the next segment.
No, because I've told you, I get really stressed out, and I know that I'm gonna get caught, so I don't steal.
That's what a lie would say. But you wouldn't price match, but now they do.
So what happens was it's only actually been up until quite recently that Amazon Australia has existed.
Yep.
Before, you could not
Price
buy
ma-
stuff
yep.
from
I remember,
Amazon
yeah.
Australia. The only Amazon Australia there was literally ebooks. That is it.
Yeah.
It was just books. So it was very, very recently that Amazon Australia existed. And from that point forward, we weren't price matching up until maybe a little like the pandemic.
That's the
Yeah,
person
okay.
said
It was around the pandemic.
said I'll
that we
price
started
match if
price
it's
match.
Amazon AU. I was like,
Yeah, it had to be Amazon
Yeah,
AU.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
there you go.
Nice.
Josh, one more time.
What?
Buy an air fryer.
One more time. Where's my little strap?
Is it endorsed by Gus as well?
Don't do it.
By Josh
Buy
as
an
well?
air
Don't
fryer.
do it.
Yeah, I like mine. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Nice. Yeah, sure.
I like
fine.
mine.
Sure.
That's all I have to say about that.
Well,
Nice.
I reserve my opinion until I have the taste test.
You're getting a free meal out of this, aren't you?
Two free meals.
Two free meals. Two blind meals.
At the same time.
Peter.
Yeah, cool. Okay, mine's a little gamier. I have been playing a lot of Halo, as I do.
Maybe a game of life can't be play Halo.
No, it's not play Halo, but you should. But when the Halo Infinite first came out, they had like the Elite controller, and I got one of those Elite controllers, and it was very expensive.
I got one for you too. Remember?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've got a pristine one in a box, and Steph got me one as well.
And I got scammed on eBay, but I got my money back.
You got your money back.
Nice.
And I used that for 18 months, and it started to fuck up. And I was like, that's really annoying. Like, a bunch of buttons died on it. That's just, I was looking it up. It's pretty common for the Elite 2 to have some trouble.
Really?
And I was like,
Sad.
this sucks, and it was very expensive. It's a very cool looking controller, but it doesn't work. I was like, I'm going to fucking get a Scuff. I've only heard good things about Scuff controllers from the pro gamers and from the esports scene.
All the esports players use them.
Because, Call of Duty and stuff is a PlayStation thing, so Scuff controllers, SCUF. And I bought it, and it has been rock fucking solid. And it is. I did pull it apart and fix it, and it worked for a little while, but it's just like sucked.
I like that you also your Scuff controller is
Give me
a beautiful lilac.
I put a photo in live chat. There it is.
Give me a rundown.
there it is.
So what is it?
It is. It's literally like
Fancy third party?
It's a third party, Scuf, yeah, but they've been around for quite a few years, and they make premium third party controllers.
But they can still put the Xbox logo on it because it's like
It is officially licensed.
Okay.
And they make PlayStation controllers and Xbox controllers, and they have a few extra buttons and stuff, and they've got the paddles on the back, which I've grown accustomed to thanks to the Elites and stuff. So, really, really solid. There's you get to build it like you can the Design Lab stuff with Xbox and stuff now. So I put together a lilac beauty, and build quality really good, and I've been using it quite solidly for 6 months now.
How is it superior
great.
to an Elite controller other than the fact that it didn't? Is it just that it didn't break?
Well, it hasn't broken yet, but the Elite controller has the rubber grips on the back. They peel up and stuff.
Yeah, mine just started, but I've got an Elite 1 we went and bought.
Yeah.
And mine just
My
started.
Elite 2 hadn't started peeling up, but they do, and the Elite 1 had.
And I did the thing where I was like, no, I'm not buying another one. I peeled it back, super glued, pushed it down. I can still tell, but I'm like, I'm not fixing this.
Totally.
Yeah.
It is pricey. They are expensive.
$350 I just saw?
Yeah,
wow.
Something like that. $320
But
bucks.
I guess it's also you're customizing the color and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
totally, yeah. But they build them right. Again, not sponsored, but I've really it feels more solid than the Elites as well. There's something about the Elites that feels loose.
The Elite 2 was
I think we're not sponsored by Big Air Fryer. We're not sponsored by Big Controller.
Yeah, no.
I think the Elites are trying to compromise on weight a little bit by kind of making a hollow section. So it's like there's a weird weight on the edges where the like rumble packs are, and then the middle part it's like almost like they've removed something.
So the Elite 2 was a tad cheaper, was it?
The Elite 2, well, the Halo Elite 2 was $300.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I still have that Elite. Do you still have the Elite
rare.
that we went and got when we both stood there and stood at JB and we're like, not sponsored. We were like,
It's here, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Both
We
of
were
ours
like,
are here.
should we buy them? We're like, they're very expensive.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm buying it, so am I. And I was like, yeah.
So funny.
Okay, interesting. I never knew these guys existed. I'm keen to look them up.
Yeah, they've been around for quite a while. But yeah, it can be expensive and as well because you end up buying it in euros and stuff. So
Nice. Awesome. Ruby?
What up?
Wait, yours is probably better than mine. I'll go first because mine's boring.
Oh.
And yours can go last because you'll be better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, don't set yourself up. Mine might not be very interesting. So,
Stephanie?
Mine is just like, I feel like I got back from Norway and I was like, I want to change my habits in my life and stuff like that. And I think...
Is it go to Norway? Because that's not very hard.
No, but you should. It's more that I found I was at peak phone usage right before I left, and part of it is I have to use my phone for work a lot, and and mostly it's social media. I would say it just becomes a habit thing. I would notice myself open Twitter, scroll a few times, close it, and then without thinking, I look back down and it's already open, and I'm like, I just opened it and shut it. It was just it's a weird reflex.
It's not as bad as doing the Twitter to Instagram back to Twitter, and you're like, oh, I didn't even put it down.
I do that all the time. I just go I flick between the two, and it's I'm not even looking at anything. It's it's a weird thing. As soon as I put it down, my brain is just you have to be distracted by something.
It's like a comfort thing. It's my friends are here. They're in my phone.
Yeah, it was just, and I've tried to do a few different things. I unfollowed a bunch of stuff on Instagram and just followed I don't follow other people really, except for family and a few close friends, and then I just follow farms and a bunch of other stuff that's not related to my work. But I still use the apps a lot. So I've tried this once before, but they've come a little bit further. I don't know if you've ever used app blockers on your phone.
No.
There's different apps that you can download that block access to certain apps. And what I like about this specific one, it's called Focus. It does have a paid function into it if you want to use all the functionalities, but it allows you to block certain apps. You can block them at certain times of day if you find it at night or first thing in the morning when you wake up, you're using your phone a lot. You can block those times, or you can have it so that you can block you can set a certain amount of time that you can use the app for. Let's say you open Instagram and it'll be you can use it for 5 minutes, and then you get a clock will appear on your screen that'll be 60 seconds, and you're okay, I've got 60 seconds left to use Instagram, and then you can set the amount of time that you want it to be blocked for. So I'll set it to be you can check Instagram for 5 minutes every 2 hours, and then when your 5 minutes is up, it's blocked for 2 hours, and then you can't open it again. And when you do, you've got another 5 minutes. And you can change those parameters, and you can do all that kind of stuff.
How angry? Sorry, I want to hear the rest of it. How angry do you get at yourself when you're like, God damn it?
Well,
You're
I guess it helps you realize even just in going through that process, and it'll tell you like you've tried to open the app since 10 times.
Wow.
You know, like
that's the really
That's
the watershed moment. That's like
Yeah,
you can't get angry at yourself for that. You're like, you're right. I'm sorry.
and it shows you how automatic it is because it's like, have I really tried to?
Yeah.
It's crazy, but I like that it's so customizable.
But I won't do it next time. So just open it this one time for me, and everything will be fine.
And then there's also tiers of like how like loose you want it to be with how like because you can then go to the app. Yeah, you can go to the app and then be like disable for 5 minutes.
Yep.
Like say if I'm uploading something to Instagram for work and I need more than 5 minutes, and then the clock comes up, I'm like shit, I need more time. So then I go back to the actual Focus app and I have to go into the thing, select Instagram, and be like, pause this action for 10 minutes so that I can get my upload, and then and then it'll go back to its regular parameters.
Unless you've got an app blocker, in which
well,
case...
well, that's the thing.
You got the focus blocking the focus,
And it also, of course, it has a different tier where it's like, it doesn't allow you to do any of that.
Wow.
So you can have it, you can disable it for certain situations, or you can have another option where it doesn't let you. It's like the parameters you've set exist for as long as the app is installed, and you can obviously uninstall the app and then all that stuff goes away.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I feel like it's more than just an app blocker in the sense that it stops you from accessing certain apps. There's actually a lot of customization options that make it kind of a user more like what am I trying to say? A more livable solution to trying to use social media or apps that you use a lot, a little bit less, but while still giving you like access to them because you're an addict.
It's something I feel like I probably should. And I've got an iPhone. You're Android. So it's like, I had a quick look and didn't see anything too many pop up for iPhone. So I'm curious if anyone in chat knows if there's an iPhone version that's good, that's not too full of ads and that kind of stuff. Because I'm the same thing. I roll over and just start on the apps in the morning, and it's like I hate myself for it. It's like it's not something that if I blocked myself, I would get frustrated with myself. It would only remind myself to just get out of bed instead
I cycle through them all, and the timer comes up on all of them, and it's like 60 seconds.
When you try to use your phone. It's not my advice, by the way.
It's not buy a rat.
Just some
was not
advice.
your tip.
I think it's called Focus, Zenobia.
Try the plague.
Yeah. Oh, using an iPhone? Just buy a rat.
Focus.
But there's a few different ones, but that was the one that I ended up going with, and I found it pretty useful. It's pretty bare bones in its UI and stuff, but it does what it needs to.
No, it's good.
Focus productivity timer, that one?
I think so.
All right, I might need this.
That is it. I used it for a bit as well. I when I went off my original ADHD medication, I stopped using it. So I will say that if you are a person with ADHD, using that app with your medication, fantastic. Works perfectly. I was just like, I need to go do something. and then I just forgot to use that app ever again. So I might get back on it, actually. It's a good one.
Yeah, I'm keen to check it out.
Yeah.
Bad news, it says I have to stop watching Twitch now. Well, maybe that's the best.
No, don't do that one. No. Cool. Ruby, this better be good.
Ruby?
Doesn't have to
Don't
be.
put that. Yeah, because what if it is?
It's your first one, too.
No.
All right.
It can be literally anything. Peter once said to eat the knob off the end of a loaf of bread and put stuff in it.
Okay.
It was pretty
I'll
good.
make you a knob sandwich. Yeah, it's fucking great.
That's a good that's
No,
great
no,
advice.
Yeah, you get a loaf.
no, wait.
You get a loaf.
He pulls the good part out of the
It's not
inside of
the
the
good
bread
part.
He gets rid of
gets rid of it.
No,
You're making
making
like a
room.
personal cob loaf?
Yeah.
Yeah, that rocks.
But the inside of the bread is the best bit.
Yeah, but like you can do with that later.
He doesn't though.
He throws it out.
Yeah, but you get. It's not like it's not like I'm pulling it,
not
scraping it
revisiting
to
this.
crust. I'm just pulling enough out to replace it with ham and cheese.
Hey, and the thing is, you want to get that good, juicy, savory stuff because like all the bread on the inside is just filling you up needlessly.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't believe we're back
The crust
here.
is the best
But then
part
why
of the bread.
wouldn't you just cut 2 slices of the bread that you need like a normal person?
The crust is the best part of the bread. You get
can
more
still
crust that
have-
way.
Yeah.
You get more crust. It's mostly crust.
Then
It's
buy
awesome.
a roll.
You can do whatever you want with bread. Anybody can do whatever they want with bread.
Ruby,
Ruby,
please.
what's your game of life tip?
My game of life tip is indulge in your imagination.
And what? I've got an app for that.
And I thought about this one because earlier tonight I was feeling a bit weird out of nowhere. And I think it was because I had maybe had 3 coffees today. And those 3 coffees equaled about 6 shots. And sometimes when I have too much coffee, I go opposite and I don't get energized, but instead I feel like I'm about to die.
I have actually heard that.
Yeah, right? I just kind of stop and I go, oh, and then my brain goes, and so I thought about a little monkey smoking a cigarette.
That's what you were fixating on monkey cigarette for a bit today, yeah.
Because I thought about it and like it kind of made me come back too, and like because it was so funny. Think about because the thing is, a real life monkey smoking a cigarette, horrible.
Yeah,
that's dangerous. That's not nice. In your imagination, nothing can hurt the monkey. So a monkey in your imagination can smoke a cigarette.
Immortal.
Oh, okay.
It's immortal.
So cancer doesn't exist in your imagination.
In my imagination, there's no such thing as cancer.
Well, the cancer wouldn't metastasize in the life of the monkey.
Cancer.
In my imagination, there's just a little tiny monkey enjoying a delicious cigarette.
Because to me,
that's funny.
That is funny. I go straight to The Simpsons when the typewriter room. The monkeys are smoking.
And so I like to think about. I had a period where I didn't use my imagination a lot, and I know that seems shocking because I'm such a wackadoo.
You are no surprise. You're a wonderful artist,
Thank you.
And you've shown that off on the stream. But you also carry around with you a little iPad.
I do.
And I've noticed that you whip it out at times that like there's just a conversation happening, and you're like involved in the conversation, but you'll get the iPad out and just start drawing and doing something, which I'm not saying, which I think is wonderful. I'm not pointing this out as like a reaction to the conversation or something, but I find it amazing that you have the ability to notice when your brain says like do something creative, or you have a little bit of a spark instead of what I would do, which is like I should go home and do that, or remember that idea, or come up with that little. You're like, no, I'm just going to do it right now.
That's the thing. Sometimes in my brain, I'm like, a joke is funnier when it's a drawing.
Totally.
You know, I started doing comics during the pandemic, and I made this big fucking comic account that I had so much fun with, and it really like the only reason why I started doing it was because like I've got jokes in my head, but they're jokes that I think would work better as a picture. So I would just do that. And that was me indulging in my imagination.
Totally.
And I went, Comics by Ruby, by the way, if you want to follow it. I have not posted in a very fucking long time. I might get back to it. Who knows? But indulging in your imagination is funny. It's nice. And it can sometimes pull you out of like feeling weird in your brain. Like today, I had to wake up an hour earlier than I would have to come here from Melbourne. I had to get on the plane, and I was feeling kind of gross about it and a bit grumpy. But then I got off the plane and I was still feeling grumpy. And then I had to get the train back because the Uber to the airport was $67. So I was like, I'm not getting another one.
And then you paid the airport train line
I went to
tax.
The airport train. That
$14,
which is pretty messed up. But you know, better than like $70, right? So I went down to the station, and there were like these
I thought you photoshopped this.
Yeah, I did. There were these things where it said the night safe area.
Yeah, sure,
so like certain parts were like safe for night. I don't know. I didn't really know what it meant. But
they're just like better lit.
It's better lit, right?
How long have you been catching trains in New South Wales?
I've never seen that before.
You don't remember At Night Rave near
naked,
the guard?
Naked.
Rave
naked
near the guard compartment.
Oh no, rave near the guards compartment. naked.
What the fuck are you two talking
I know,
about?
you totally
I've never known nothing.
Hang on. I want to hear this.
At night, rave near the guards compartment naked with a blue light. Because people could just white out a sign that read, "At night, travel near the guards compartment marked with a blue light." The middle carriages on the trains had blue lights. That was the security carriages. So that's the night safe area.
Safe, right.
You travel there, yeah.
Well, I saw, and some of the letters were scratched out, and I was like,
amazing.
"This looks close to a word." And
so
Melbourne. I indulged.
I was like, how did you never see that?
Steph just looked at me and went, Melbourne.
Wait, are you from Melbourne?
Yes.
Whoa.
You can move up the couch.
Anyway, that explains so much about you. Good things.
Yeah.
Because I'm being nice to Gus. And I love being nice to Gus, and it feels nice. Anyway.
So indulge your imagination.
Indulge your imagination.
In Gus.
The nightmare area.
Yeah, perfect.
And I like to think that this is a place you go when you don't want dreams. You want to have a nightmare. So
Amazing.
maybe you stand right in between there. You stand in the nightmare area, and you look directly across the platform, and maybe you see something horrifying. It's me, but my fingers are really long, and so are my legs.
Like a Slender
and
Man.
I'm hairy all over, and my jaw has dropped to the floor, and I'm going, and there are bugs coming out of my mouth, and I'm looking
Are
at
you in
you,
pain?
but my eyes are kind.
Kind.
My eyes are kind, so you get confused. You're like, is this a nightmare? Because you're looking at me with kind eyes, but then my eyes, they drop to the floor, and that's a nightmare.
And
that's
the train
area.
rolls over the eyeballs, and then boom, you snap back into reality.
you come to life.
and then the guard
that's
pokes his head out.
area.
It's late. You should be traveling in this carriage.
And you slowly start to remove your clothes.
Yeah. And I thought about all of that while making that on my iPad. And let me tell you, I had a moment where I was on the train and I went, and that's great. Indulge in your imagination, because sometimes you can just laugh to yourself. Have a little giggle to yourself. It's fun. It's
Amazing.
nice.
Amazing.
Think of something funny. That's my advice.
And that's
Indulge in your imagination.
And
that's the game of life.
game of life, everyone.
Red herring high fortress.
High fortress.
That's the Back Pocket Game of Life, and that was an episode of Back Pocket, if
was
you
a
can
weird show.
believe it.
Yeah.
That was a weird,
was something.
wild, and wacky show.
That was so much fun.
We went on a real roller coaster of like lovely interview conversation to
We started so
aliens
strong.
up the back
And getting
up the thing,
and getting pooped back out
the
again.
thing.
Yeah.
We went on a wild ride there, but it was a joy nonetheless. It was a joy to have you guys join us. Thank you so much for tuning in this week to Back Pocket. We will be back next week to do another show. We will also be back shortly to do the post show, which now includes a series of things, including
Pussy in your face.
Pussy in your face.
Sorry, Fortress.
Sorry, Fortress.
Sorry, Fortress.
Unintentional dick on screen. There's that. That's my story.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got it on my phone.
You've
we
got it on
can't
your
show
phone?
it.
Oh, we can't show it. But we should hand it around.
We'll hand it
and
around.
we can react to it.
I'm going to show you 100 gags.
100 gex.
I'll just put in your
I'm going to
ears.
listen to 100 gex.
Yeah.
We will answer your questions. We will go through the creative. It's always a hoot. It's great fun to. So if you're not at the Patreon tier that lets you into the post show, please get on board. Head to patreon.com/backpocket to
That's
sign
a
up.
question.
Head to backpocket.gg and you'll see links to everything that we do there. And that Backpocket post show is brought to us, of course, by. You want to give me a punch? Loki Cat.
Oh, wait. Do it again.
Let's roll that
You ready?
one back a little. That post show is brought to us. Make sure it goes in front.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
It's brought to us by Loki Cat.
that was
That
great
was
timing.
good.
Yeah.
That was
That's a good
really
one.
good.
That's
That's
good.
going in the intro next week. Loki Cat is one of our fine patrons and a lover of fine things, including cockatiels and fine scotch. However, I think we've done the tasting notes of scotch to death at the moment.
Oh.
So I went
Did
and
you go
chose.
rogue?
I've chosen a
To
different.
describe a cockatiel.
to describe a different spirit, and I thought you guys could try and like pick which spirit that
Oh,
one
okay.
was. Add a little bit of
Should I
guessing game to it. Thank you, Loki Cat, first of all, and play at home if you will. Loki Cat, this extraordinary Loki Cat, is made from the best ingredients from France: soft winter wheat, Gensac spring water. No, nothing.
Sack of
Winter
gin.
wheat.
Loki Cat is best enjoyed with a mixer, or in a spritz, or in a classic cocktail that's enjoyed by a famous fictional character. One drinker said
Question?
it was so smooth, it was like they were sliding uphill.
Vermouth.
That's a freaking vodka cruiser, baby.
That's vodka, correct.
Oh, it's vodka.
Loki Cat as vodka.
Vodka
Nice.
was made from
That's a freaking
potatoes.
vodka cruiser.
I think it can be made from multiple things. This one
Yummy.
is from winter wheat and Gensac spring water, apparently.
There you go.
And this is Grey Goose vodka. So thank you, Loki Cat, for being a lover of fine things and being a lover of this show. Again, thank you to everyone for tuning in. Those on Patreon. A special announcement. We've got a town hall coming up next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. on the Discord. All of you in the production pocket and above know you are eligible for that town meeting. They are a very serious matter. They're also a bit of fun. We get everyone involved in a voice chat. You guys can come on in and you can voice your concerns, praise, stories, short songs, anything like that, suggestions.
It's basically feedback on the show and things that you'd like to see more or less of.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
less aliens, more little weird guys.
We are on a voice stage, and we allow you guys to come up on stage and to chat with us there. It is fun, and it's also a way to stay connected with you guys as a community, which we love to do. So if you'd like to be part of that, you can still sign up to the Production Pocket and above, and even higher than that, we'll get you an ad, which is what we are working on soon. Thank you so much to Ruby, other Ruby as well, Ruby
Red
and Ruby
Live
Red.
Ruby. We'll be rating because Ruby is streaming right now.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, she is.
Great. So go over there and say good day. If you're not coming to the post show, bring them both up on 2 browsers if you can as well. Again, please get behind our socials at the moment. Back Pocket vids on everything. We are smashing out a whole bunch of really fun, really well-produced stuff that we think is worth checking out. So if you're not following us on TikTok, Instagram, all those ones, check out backpocket.gg for all
TikTok
links.
also has, because I know we're always like, oh, copy the link and stuff. TikTok now has a repost function.
Oh, right.
If you could just
I've been
repost all our
reposting.
stuff, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
It's super quick and easy. It's just like you just go share, and then there's like a little repost button comes
And
up. It's the first thing that comes
doesn't
up.
show up
cool.
on your page.
Yeah,
either.
right.
So like if you've got TikToks that you make
Let me
and
do it
you
right
don't
now.
want them to get interrupted by reposts, don't freaking worry.
There it is.
Don't freaking worry.
And to round out the show, we just read the credits.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that, or one
Let's
of us
do
will.
one name
One
at a time.
each.
Name
Yeah.
at a
It's been a while
time.
since we've done one.
All
eh?
right, bring them in. Let's all have a go around the horn. I'll just kick it off. Thank you, everyone, for supporting the show. Thank you to all our patrons. And I'll start with the mods. Dat.
Sign takes a roar.
Liz Dahlia.
Sith Cat.
Phoenix Lion.
Distributed 78.
Close.
Jex.
Caboose.
What the shark?
Snay. XD.
Very good.
Lord Shadamar.
The Gus Beard Wrangler is Dump Days.
The Aperist and Baker. Honey Bun Bun, maybe an ad coming soon.
Bot lube. We are robots.
What's this?
Bottle-
Foot Severa.
Oh, that's a heart.
Moth Captain.
Costume department is of course Oranishi.
Foot from my mouth, Babbling Boffin.
Mina for Wiener. That's Snay XD.
The Back Pocket legal team. BuriBuri. Lovies.
Head technician, Kane Levos.
Scotty Groomer, we're sorry we sat on her. Blowing might.
Let's go, boy.
Yep. The bad boy. EvilSpyBoy.
Boxy Boy. It's Boxy.
Scotty Brady, we're sorry we sat on her again. Bye for us.
Scotty Feeders. Oh, yeah, sorry for sitting on Super Studios.
It's perfect. MiddleCee.
Peter's Cable Guy is Wolsey.
Community Hot Boy, aka my freaking bestie. That's Nicrotex.
And his bestie, the Coastal City.
Oh, remover of Sass's crap.
Southbound News of a High. Give him a round of applause, everyone.
In C tonight.
And Dinosaur Supervisor, Phil Tippett.
And of course, the bird supervisor, Loki Cat.
Nice.
What a drunk. Who sponsors the post show, which is coming up right now. We're going to raid Life of Ruby, so stick around and go and say hi to Life of Ruby.
One question quickly. Ruffle Muffin asked if they sign up to the Patreon and now do they get access to the post show?
Do it right now, and it'll ping across the Discord, and we'll make sure you get the role. And we'll see you in there.
Sounds
Nice.
good.
So you're going to go and see Ruby. See you later.
See you later. Bye.